Hello. I'm miserable. That's the stream. Thank you for coming out, everyone. Now, this game did not leave a good first impression on me yesterday. I found it very boring. I found a lot of the dialogue to be terrible. A lot of the character interactions to be not good. I ran into a Radiant quest pretty much right away. I should say pretty much right away. That was like, well, after the tutorial segment, like literally the first thing I went to do after meeting Constellation was go check out the mortgage for my house. And before it
Wait,
even
what?
let me engage with that, the character was like, "Oh,
I
here's
cannot hear you
here's a
guys for
bunch
some
of
reason, but I
Radiant
can if I
quests."
unmute the stream. It's weird. Hold on.
Apparently, the dungeons repeat a lot. Oh no!
Now I can hear you.
Welcome back. Hello.
I opened up Sony Vegas and it like stopped your stream, so I pushed play on it again. And it made it so you guys were muted here for me, even though
Mm.
you were talking and everything just fine. Because I had the stream unmuted. I hadn't muted it yet, and I could hear you guys. And I thought I had muted the stream there for a second, because I was only hearing one of you and not an echo later. And then I realized, oh my god, my system, Sony Vegas fucked up Discord real bad.
Hmm.
Yeah, so today I learned Sony Vegas does funky shit with Discord.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes with different things. Oh god, I already want to stop playing.
Is it really necessary?
Okay, so I learned one thing.
Around all that
You
gear?
can You can travel to other planets, by the way, without having to open a menu. But it's not that exciting because you just aim at the planet and then you can push a button and it'll teleport you to that planet. You don't get to actually fly there.
Oh, so it's still the same problem though.
It is. It's still the same problem, but at least it isn't opening another menu.
Eh.
Yeah, it's not that big of a fix.
I mean, I wouldn't even consider it a fix. Oh boy, the locks are level gated again. That's wonderful. Hey, I'm gonna have to remember to come back to this place I don't want to visit again, so I can unlock this safe that's arbitrarily locked off for me, because I can't just like tunnel vision lockpicking so I can lockpick every single thing I see. Creed's suffering. He had to play 6 hours of Starfield. Yes, I did. And also, right away, I pick something up. Keep in mind, it's a weapon or like a mining tool. And she immediately starts complaining at me that I keep picking stuff up. This shit is incredibly annoying. I don't need my companion fucking, like, spouting off all the time because I'm picking shit up in a game designed around picking shit up.
Yep.
It's fucking obnoxious. Imagine in Minecraft if you had, like, a companion that criticized you for mining and picking up blocks. It's fucking dumb. Are you for fucking real? Oh my god. This is another thing. Because of the way these airlocks work, one side has to close and the other side has to open, if your companion doesn't follow you in, they will close the door on you and you have to go through the process again. At least it's sometimes quick, but it's still annoying. Creetosis, I've been a big fan of your content for a while. How's the game? Feels like Fallout 4 Modern Bethesda? This is the most modern Bethesda that modern Bethesda has ever modern Bethesda. And I hate it.
In on deck.
I don't outright hate the game right now, but the game is kind of earning that position slowly. Or not so slowly. It's weird that you have to go into your resources menu to store all resources, rather than there just being a button for it. In Fallout 4, if you activate the inventory of a workbench, there's a button there just by default to store all whatever. Is it me, or do modders often make better content for Bethesda games than the developers? Yeah. According to other reviews, it does, but so far Cree hasn't seen a X faction dislike that notification. Ah. Can you feel the hands of God Howard caress your face as you play this game as a gift from God? No.
I had to rejoin.
Huh?
I had to rejoin again because of Sony Vegas. So apologies if you asked me anything.
Nope.
Okay.
What's up with this annoying music in the inventory? I don't even know if that's inventory music or not. Jesus, the music is so over the top. I honestly am barely noticing the music. Where do you think Fallout 4 should have taken place at? Salt Lake City or somewhere like Wyoming? I generally don't care where a Fallout game takes place. I care if it's good or not. Like,
Yeah.
There's no particular interest from me to see any specific region. I just want a good game. Because you can have a Fallout game take place in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, as long as the story is great, that's all that matters to me. Do you think Fallout 4 is worse? See, because I'm so extremely familiar with Fallout 4's content, that's by default a high bar to pass, is something worse than Fallout 4. Because, again, I know so much about it, I can easily comment on, like, well, yeah, the story is bad for this and that reason, you know? Starfield, I've barely touched. I've done a 6-hour stream. And I'm definitely seeing a lot of things I don't like, a lot of things that seem to have issues to me. But I just don't know enough about the game yet to tell if it's better or worse than Fallout 4. If you're talking about pure gameplay, yeah, I'm finding it really boring. Even Fallout 4, when it came out, I was engaged early on. With this, it feels like a chore. I'm doing this, like, for the sake of the channel and covering this game, not because I'm having any fun with it. Whereas something like Baldur's Gate 3, like, I was having a lot of fun with that game when I was streaming it, and I want to stream it more.
Not gonna lie, I think the funniest part of your Baldur's Gate 3 one was the epic fail on the potion throws. Those were such, like, the timing on it, like, the entire universe came together to make the comedic timing on that just perfect.
Well, it wasn't just a single throw, it was multiple.
Yeah, it was 2 of them. Like, the first one, I could just imagine the DM saying you rolled a nat 1. So you go to throw the potion, you smash it on the back of your shield. And the second one, you like go to throw the potion, slips out of your hand, and slaps you in the face instead, or something.
Alright, I had to talk to Lynn again. Oh, and they haven't... Maybe this is just me. I don't feel like the game has done anything to make me care about these characters at all.
Yeah.
They feel really bland and generic. The facial animations kind of suck.
Oh, that's something I can actually talk about. So somebody pointed out, and I can't believe I didn't notice it before, but I was trying to figure out why the people always look so uncanny. Even when they don't have their animations interrupting, and then you see like the eyebrows shift position in a millisecond or anything like that. It's because they don't have subtle eyelid movement or anything like that. It's either all open or all closed, right? They don't have like, raised eyebrow or a slightly getting sleepy, so his eyes are narrowing, like they're not focusing on what you're saying, or they don't have the fry like looking at you intently like, and that's one of the big problems. And I'm like, I never noticed that before. That they just don't have eyelid movement.
And by the way, it hasn't all been negative. There has been a couple really small things that we've praised that we like. But they're very few and far between at this point. Like, right now, for example, they now have a thing where if, like, something is too big for you to just jump up, your character will grab and climb it. I like that.
Yeah, that's genuinely a good addition.
Yep. It's something I would like to see in future Bethesda games, but I would also like to see future Bethesda games be good. I would have liked to have seen this game be good. We might not have gotten that. Who knows? Maybe it just magically gets better after the first 6 hours, but I have reasons to doubt that.
You actually get that computer working again? What? Let me see that.
Yeah, I'm watching the eyelids.
Funny. Even knowing he's alive.
Yeah, if it's not part of their
I still
canned
never
animations,
watched him
they
again.
don't move their eyelids at all.
Hera, on the other hand.
It's fucking weird.
Okay. Let me send you the location data embedded in the transmission. Find them, okay?
You mean eyelids or eyebrows?
No, eyelids. Watch their eyelids. See, when he's not in a canned animation, he just blinks. He doesn't, like, lower one and, like, look at you. He doesn't look at you more intently or anything like that. He only moves the eyelids during actual animations for when he's speaking. Which is also when the eyebrows are going wild.
Yeah. Why don't you come with me? That's exactly what I want, is more characters to fucking annoy me.
What? Really? Not really cut out for whatever it is people like you and Barrett do. But it might not be a bad time to think about a career change after all this. If you have room in your crew for an outpost supervisor, maybe we can talk.
Alright.
No, actually, her eyelid did that on the right eye.
You find it?
So it did move there. I wonder if she's a special
What?
character, though, because she's,
Okay.
like the first
Be a
character
while
you
before
meet, so
Argos
maybe they
comes
put
to
the most
pick me
effort
up.
into these.
I'll be here if you need me.
I'll have to check when you talk with
And
other
hey,
NPCs.
If you ever need a little extra help, I've been thinking about a career change lately. Maybe it's time to put Argos behind me.
Why is it still marking her as a thing? Optional recruit Lynn. I just tried to recruit Lynn and she told me to fuck off. Well, she told me if you have room for a outpost supervisor. I don't even know what that means. Alright, back to Vecta. Travel to Gryphus. I don't know what the fuck that is. Or Gryphus. Set course for Gryphus? Yes, let's go there.
I have.
Lift off when you are, Captain.
This is tedious. So how do you land the ship? Like, when you're looking at a planet?
Someone said when you're in space, you can look at a world, and a button prompt should come up.
Looking at a
Hey,
world.
contact Charlie 3. That's you. Charlie 3. Nice to meet
I got
you.
hailed, yeah.
Bye, Charlie 3. Hi. Just doing my daily paying it forward. Avoid the Altair system. Like big time.
Why, am I going to get assassinated out there?
I meet so many people, and I'm just giving up trying to keep track of them all. So you're the third Charlie I've met today. Nice to meet you. Sure. So,
Warning,
doing my
don't go
rounds,
to this area because
pickups,
reasons.
supply drops, and I grab into the Altair system, and boy,
Oh, he is explaining it good.
spacers all over the damn place. There, distress call, yammering nonstop. Something big's going down there, and all of us with no skin in the game, best we just give it a wide berth. Am I right?
It feels like they're trying to make these characters... It feels like they're trying too hard to make them sound like people, you know?
I thinks it's people.
It's a space settlement role/post, alright. Outpost settlement build... Or, outpost is settlement building, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I don't think I have access to that yet. I want to hit things with a morning star. We have very similar feelings on the matter. Cree, they found Reach from Halo in Starfield. Soyjack face in point. Oh. Cree... Oh god, I'm sorry. There's someone knocking at the door. I'll be back.
Well, everybody.
Bleh.
Yeah, everybody. No gun rants, such a pagan. I haven't gotten to a gun yet.
Yeah.
We will. We will. You can best believe it. We will.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll see some fucking terrible guns in this game at some point.
Yeah. If they do, and a lot of people point out they do old Earth guns. They call them old Earth guns, but there's stuff like the AK-47, the 74, the Colt 1911, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also, fuck this heartburn. I'm glad I have some antacids right here. Hold on. Oh, we did see that every single... Well, it has been shown that every single biolab will be the exact same layout, with the exact same loot spawn rooms, with the exact same enemy spawn placements.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that's pretty rough.
Creetosis, space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of these are the voyages of the starship Bethesda Cope. Then there's that I emote. $5 from Light of the Twin Lamps. Thank you. Thoughts on Volition Games going under? They were a major Midwest developer. Gaming development has increasingly become consolidated in coastal elite cities. I'm glad they failed for their terrible game.
Yeah, I would be more up in arms that, oh, it's being consolidated to, like, shitty places. But Volition banged on their same ideology, banged on the same nonsense, attacked the fans and called them terrorists. Like, I'm sorry. They got what they deserved. It literally insert the Joker meme right here.
Yeah.
They were actively asking for this, and I'm not sad they got it. I hope none of them work again, honestly. Well, in that field. I don't want them to starve, and I don't want their families to die or anything, but I hope they don't work in that field ever again, because they're not cut out for it.
I do, however.
Wow.
Not really. I don't... Generally, I don't wish ill will upon people unless there's someone who genuinely deserve it, like Ace or Tard.
Yeah.
But yeah, they shouldn't be working in games again if that's what they're going to do. So, you said a thing is supposed to pop up to tell me to land?
I don't know if to land, but I think can you try looking at another planet real quick?
Well, this is the planet I'm currently orbiting.
I know, but they said if you can look at other worlds, like you should be able to go there.
I'm not seeing anything come up. Alright, I'm just gonna...
I think it's for the system warp, not for the landing. Okay. Well, again, that's dumb.
Kree is taking no prisoners today. In fact, if developers make exceptionally terrible games, like Saints Row 2022, they should be put on a new kind of watch list to like fucking make people aware of their bullshit.
Imagine being marooned on a planet like this. I don't know how you'd survive.
I hate that you can't untarget the optional objectives. Now it's constantly telling me, hey, get back in your ship and away. I don't care. Leave me alone. Alright, my favorite feature of this game so far is low grav jumping. Which, you know...
Yeah.
Why am I getting hurt by a toxic fucking gas vent? I'm in a spacesuit.
How the fuck does that make any sense, Bethesda?
It's acting like radiation on my health bar. What the fuck?
Bethesda, what the fuck?
This game really is trying my patience. And why the hell are there constantly people landing all around me on every planet I land on? Except for Earth, because it's a dead fucking rock now. Hey, are you guys, excited by exploring this fucking empty rock wasteland that's like the 5th one we've seen already? I know I'm super excited for it. Oh my god, look over there. There's a rocky outcropping. If I look over there, there's another rocky outcropping! We should run over there and stand on top so we can see the rocky outcropping beyond it! 1,000 fucking times. It's one of those things you just say because it sounds fucking cool at first, unless you think about it for more than fucking not at all.
Oh, hey, it's you. And here I thought you was some...
Yeah, I don't get how people are creaming their fucking shorts over this shit.
Right.
Alright, so if I didn't come to rescue these guys immediately, would he just be, like, sitting here in pain forever, or would he actually die eventually?
I think we know the answer to that.
Considering the spaceship wreckage, you mean? Yeah. Well, you missed the worst of it. Pretty sure we ripped through all the emergency meds that were salvageable. Hey, you know, when I pulled you to the med bench back on Vectera, I honestly thought, shit, I think I just saved someone's life. Oddly proud moment, you know? So, I guess I'm saying, glad I paid it forward.
Indeed.
Oh
Without
my
your
God.
help, we wouldn't
That
have
is
ever
so
gotten this
jarring,
worthwhile
every
addition to
time.
Constellation.
Man, I was so terrified when
Like,
I
the
got
sound
pulled
effects
on board
cut
that
off when
pirate
it
ship.
cut to her. It's like,
There
it felt
was
like the
all.
character was just in a completely
Sorry,
different
brother.
area rather than
I'll
one's
get us
2
out of
feet
this.
away.
Trust me. Oh, I'm getting to that.
Shouldn't we, like, get you
He
help
tells
before
me
you explain
we need to
everything?
start pretending
Shouldn't we
to
get
fight
you on the
each other.
ship and back to New Atlantis
Trick
or
the
fucking
pirates
whatever?
into thinking they need to come in before one of us gets killed. I just
Oh my
remember
God,
him
they
shouting,
stole... Well, I shouldn't say
kid is a
stole, they
killer.
reused a
How am
plot
I
point
supposed
from
to defend
Mothership
myself
Zeta.
against these
Oh, the 2
early
prisoners are
whites?
fighting, they gotta
He's gonna
stop them
bite my
before
face
one
off.
kills the other.
I mean, I didn't think it would work, but they came in. All of a sudden, we were wrestling with 2 of them. Barrett reached for one of their guns.
Creetosis, what's your most hated controversial YouTuber on the platform and why? So, controversial as in someone that's known to be controversial, or someone who I believe is, like, controversial or holds controversial opinions? Even then, I don't know who I would pick.
It's a tough choice. Like, if I had to get rid of one channel's influence on people, that would be a tough one as well. If you're only allowed to pick
Blasted
one
the
channel.
pilot right in the back.
Yeah, I would struggle to actually pick a singular one.
Yeah.
Dropped orbit like a rock off a high rise.
Maybe.
I blacked out. And when I came
Game
to,
Theory.
there he was.
See, that's the thing. Game
Smiling
Theory is fucking cringe
like
and
it was
terrible,
just
but I
another day on the
don't know if
job.
it actually does any damage
You
to
missed
anything.
the fun part. Hell,
I think maybe Legal Eagle,
I mean, I go through all
because
the
he
trouble of
genuinely
saving your
misrepresents the law
butt, and you weren't
constantly,
even awake to notice.
and
Then
it's
he did
incredibly
the little-
like destructive.
Finger gun thing.
Yeah, but Hassan isn't on YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's just some of his fans that re-upload his shit here.
Yeah.
See, if I was suddenly given the power to, like, just erase one channel from existence, it's something I would probably want to do research on and make sure...
Did you say something?
Can you
Yeah.
shut the fuck up? I hate these fucking characters, not... God damn it! I would want to do research and figure out which channel does the most, like, actual damage to the world. Or to the platform, or to, like, other people, you know?
That's why my gut reaction would be Legal Eagle, because of the dangers of completely misrepresenting and bastardizing the law and what it means.
Oh,
Like, 'cause
yeah.
that's pretty
Probably
fucking
should've
scary
talked
that people
about
look at him
that
as
first.
a source of
Did I
knowledge
mention
on
I'm
something
a
that
lot of
actually
painkillers?
affects people's lives and can destroy
So,
them entirely
I
and
was
utterly forever.
real excited
That's
when
scary.
the ship showed up. Then, less excited when I realized it was a Crimson Fleet ship. And then, really,
Now, if we could
really
pick,
less
like,
excited when Barrett said,
one type of
"It's
group,
okay, I got this."
I would
Oh,
100% say,
something
like,
to 'em.
all of the,
And they were all gone.
like, mainstream media channels.
Yes. Yeah.
I would just get rid of those. Like, all the fucking MSNBC, CNNs, all that shit. Just Fox News, all that shit. Just nuke it off of the fucking
Not just that,
platform.
but, like, the late night TV shows that upload their...
Yeah,
content to
exactly.
YouTube.
All of the mainstream fucking stuff that belongs on television and not YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube was a lot better when it was just, like, people making stuff, the average person making stuff, not that type of content being supplanted for mainstream media crap.
Yeah. Especially since they get such fucking privileges and shit that other people don't, where literally people's videos can be taken down
Things.
in favor of prioritizing a mainstream news network and shit. Like, fuck off. Like, they shouldn't even be on the platform, let alone getting other people's stuff removed so that it doesn't hurt their uploads.
I was drifting in and out, but yeah, I think so. Got a signal from the ship before they grav jumped. Guessing it was Barrett. Haven't really been in a good space to have a listen. Here you go. Hey, I should come with you, right? I don't think anyone else is coming.
No, you can stay here. Sit tight, I'll come back for you later. So you could just... I want to say so you could just leave him here to die, but I guarantee no matter how much time passes, he'll still be sitting here in this exact position.
Yeah, for sure.
Nuke Oxhorn, Nuke Mini Tuner. See, that's the thing too. I don't like the idea of just outright nuking channels because I think they're bad channels or because they say things that are disagreeable or anything like that.
Same.
I'm not looking to censor anyone. My primary concern, if such a power existed, to just
Hey,
oh my fucking god. My main thing would be what is doing the most damage, and we would genuinely be better off without.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said gut reaction. For me, I would have to genuinely look into what is doing the most thing. What is doing like irrevocable harm to like the entire country or the human race, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't just go after someone's channel because they have shit opinions or something. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh well, Oxhorn's content should be banned or Matten's content should be banned because
or even game theory
because it's bad. Yeah, exactly. It's like they can stay on the platform for all I care. I just debunk their shit. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it is time
imagine.
consuming, as I've learned.
Yes, it is very time consuming, and people will take that as like you having no life because you dared to actually go into detail as to why they're wrong.
The no life comments on that is particularly funny because it's like I have one video that's 8 hours long. What's my next highest length video? It's like in around 4 hours or something, I think. So it's like, oh yeah, you made an 8-hour video, you have no life. What if that was the only video I ever made and like just never uploaded? You would have an argument for no life if I uploaded an 8-hour video every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was something like that, you could probably argue that they probably literally have no life other than the internet, but it's just so dumb that people can just take like one video that's X amount of time long that took, quite a long time to make because, you actually have a life, so you're doing other stuff in between.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just so dumb. It's literally just a way for people to, like discredit or ignore like valid criticism because they don't actually have a comeback to it.
Yeah, and also what Breton Foe says in chat, you only get no life comments if you're negative towards the game. Yep.
Oh, hey, it's you.
Oh my god, it's starting me off from the whole dialogue tree again. Because I pressed escape to go into a... And here's another thing. I'm pretty sure in Fallout 4, you can press escape to go to the main... not the main menu, but your escape menu mid-conversation, and it wouldn't interrupt that conversation. Now it does, and it starts you off all the way back at the beginning. And is this an actual medicine skill check? Did I take the fucking medicine? Wellness. Increase your maximum health. Persuasion, scavenging, ballistics, pistol, medicine. Okay. So maybe that is an actual medicine skill check. But still, it's dumb that it starts you off from the very beginning of the conversation again. Because now I have to go through all of that
Considering this
to get back to where I was before.
So,
Indeed.
Oh my god,
Yeah, that's
shut the
stupid.
fuck up.
Barrett was... Oh, He
So let's
tells
say I
me,
did want to save
just-
this character, which I don't
mean-
at this point. I have to go
Bingo.
through all of this again to get back there
You
because I
missed the
pressed
button.
escape
Then
because he kept
he did
interrupting
the
me as I
little
was trying to fucking talk to my
finger gun
stream
thing.
chat.
Oh, yeah. So,
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I don't know
it's doing
about
the Fallout
in-
4 thing again too, where your dialogue options give the same responses. I asked, there's a thing there, what happened to Barrett, or just skip to the end. I clicked skip to the end this time, and he says, oh yeah, I
was
should have talked
drifting
about
in and
that.
out, but got a signal.
It's the
Hey.
exact same block of dialogue, it looks like.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
in Fallout 4
Okay.
if it would do that, but I do
Cool.
know that in like New Vegas and
Think the
Fallout
worst
3,
of it
if
is
you
over.
paused your game while in
Yeah,
dialogue, it
actually,
did not
feeling
fucking
pretty good.
undo everything you
let me
just
know when
did.
you're
It doesn't
heading out,
knock you
right?
out of the conversation.
Pretty sure it's the opposite. Moist Critical's been getting shit every time he streams Starfield, and when he addresses it, everybody spams L Charlie. L for playing the game, or L for like talking about it being bad, if he is. Creetosis, so how the game? It is on a slow and steady march to making me hate it. It keeps doing things I find incredibly irritating. The characters I'm not finding to be endearing at all. Okay, I can see the interior of the ship. Can I actually enter it? Is there anything for me to loot? I'm not seeing an entry point. Maybe back here? No. Alright, whatever. What's my objective? Alright, Peggy, I've seen people pause during dialogue in New Vegas to make multiple saves to get the whole dialogue tree stuff. See, I'm pretty sure in New Vegas you can't save during, dialogue. I've never seen that
No, you-
before.
No, it removes the option to actually be able to save your game or anything. It's grayed out. So you can't save, but it will let you pause without kicking you out of the dialogue. Which, yeah, I guess, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if you could do that in Fallout 4, which I remember, yeah, you could save during that shit.
You could save
Yeah,
during
so-
dialogue in Fallout 4. I did it a lot
Yeah.
when working on the videos.
Yeah, so in that case, that means, yeah, Fallout 4 didn't knock you out of conversation either. So they just straight up just made this game different for no reason, because it should kick you out of the conversation if you pause the game.
And make you go through fucking everything again.
Yeah, that's stupid. Like, that's such a nonsensical and pointless change.
Pilot, could you move your arm a little bit to the left? I can't make out the console.
Oh, what's that? You're in the middle of fucking dialogue that you've been talking to someone for a while, and you need to pause the game to go take care of something real quick and come back?
Well,
Too fucking bad! You're gonna get fucking kicked out of your fucking dialogue tree and restart it all over
put the gun
again.
down. I'm
Like, fuck
done.
off.
See? My retinas are pointing away from the console and towards this lovely view of space we have out the window. Time up. Once we get back to the base, the fun starts.
This dialogue is painfully boring. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to get, like, invested or care about these characters with this kind of, back and forth dialogue. You've given the fleet a lot of trouble, Barrett. Hey, since when is surviving being attacked and causing trouble? Isn't that just fighting back? Hey, pilot, could you move your arm a little bit to the left? I can't make out the console. Don't move, he's trying to figure out our destination. Probably transmitting this conversation right now while we're still in orbit. Well, yeah, I thought I was making that pretty obvious. Okay, put the gun down, I'm done. See? My retinas are pointing away from the console towards this lovely view of space we have out the window. Tie him up. Once we get back to the base, the fun starts. It's just so fucking lifeless and generic. It's like
Yeah,
it's
this-
trying to be interesting and fucking failing miserably.
This game is quickly becoming my least favorite type of game, where at least when you can stream bad games, like really bad games, you can at least laugh at how ridiculous it is. Whereas this, it's one of those type of bad games where it's just boring. It's not good, and it's also just boring. Like it's not even gonna make you laugh with how bad it is. Like that was the thing that like a lot of people like about the other Bethesda games, where like even people I like watching, like streamers and stuff, will say like, "Oh well, I love Skyrim. Like I don't think it's a great game, but I just love Skyrim because it's funny." And you know, it's like at least you have that excuse. Here it's like you don't even have that. You don't even get that excuse here. Like why would you play this game? It's so boring.
This feels like they looked at No Man's Sky and said, let's do that, then made a stripped down version of it, and then tacked the most boring story possible onto it. There's a comment here. This sounds like they're trying to have quirky dialogue but don't know how humans speak. Yeah, it feels like the same problem that a lot of media seems to be dealing with, and that's attempting Marvel humor, like the good Marvel humor, and doing the bad Marvel humor. Because remember, those first few Marvel movies were pretty good for that. Then afterwards, it just got... It just became terrible. It became that whole, oh, well, that happened type shit.
Mm-hmm. And it just became annoying how that's like every single character. So no movie has its own identity where, oh, well, this one's more serious because it's this character. So you don't really get these jokey jokes and stuff like that. But no, they don't do that. It just became every character, no matter how serious they should be, became a jokey joke Deadpool-esque character.
Yeah.
Which is annoying. It's like, what's even the point of watching different movies then if they're all just going to be the same fucking movie?
Travel to Bessel 3. Okay, hey dipshit. Get fucked. Fast travel to ship? No. Missions. Set course. That's in the pizza system.
Let me know when you're ready to launch.
Oh wait, we're already at the Bessel system. I don't know how you could make exploring the vast, infinite fucking space boring, but they've achieved it with this, like... Oh my god. It almost looks like a ripoff of Tatooine.
It's almost like they didn't understand that you can't just make an empty game just because it's space. You're supposed to actually have interesting content to visit somewhere inside that all that empty space.
Cough ML Cough Pagliarillo. Never forget Creetosis. He still works at Bethesda and most likely contributed to the story. I'm pretty sure he's the main, like, lead writer.
Mm-hmm.
He instructed me back into the ship again. I don't care about the fucking ship. I don't want to recruit those two characters. I don't care about them. The guy I watched us analyze fictional planets will probably have a field day with Starbound. Oh. Paraphrasing Mahler review of Game of Thrones, we used to have good writing, then bad writing mixed with good writing. Now it's just a heaping mound of tismic fuckery. Yep.
Very accurate.
What were they shooting at before I arrived? Level 10? What level am I? Level 6. It's a good thing the future invented spacesuits that are so resistant to bullets that it takes several clips to puncture the suit.
I wonder if Starfield will have, like, the same problem Fallout 4 did, where you'll come across a location that could have been very interesting, but then they just decided to make it a fucking raider base where the raiders just attack you.
That would require this game having content that isn't generated, like, by computer.
I know, which there's probably very little of that, but I'm wondering if, even in that very little amount that we might get of handcrafted content, if they'll still have that specific issue where it's like, oh, this could be kind of interesting. Oh, it's just a raider base with hostile raiders in it and nothing else.
Another thing I really don't like in this combat system is the enemies will give out, like, generic attack barks, right? And for anyone that might not know what a bark is, it just essentially is just that. They just scream out something, right? And the same thing like in an RTS game when you click on a unit and they say something like, that you, Commander? Or something like that. Just little quick things. The reason I don't like it here is because they'll do attack barks like suppressing fire, but then nobody shoots at you. Nobody actually does any kind of suppressing fire. Nobody moves or does anything.
Oh, yeah,
so
it's just completely generic. It doesn't actually mean anything.
Yeah. Contrast that with Fear, where they again, the AI in Fear is actually deceptively simple. The AI in Fear is actually really weak. What makes the AI so good in Fear is the level design and then the barks that they say. So what you have is in Fear they'll say flush him out. He's behind the vending machine. That sounds very impressive. The AI doesn't actually register. Like, they're not registering, oh, now I will look for a vending machine thing. The AI knows where you are. But by them saying that, flush him out, he's hiding behind the vending machine, in your mind, it feels like an actual human intelligent enemy is coming to get you.
Yeah,
it's a
I always found
really
it
clever trick. And if you actually open up Fear, they have recorded so many, like, little snippets there, like, behind the vending machine, next to the sofa, on the other side of the wall, in that doorway. You know what I mean? And they're just generic little things like that. But because the AI can say that, and because you might be near that area, it makes the AI seem that much more impressive, even though the AI is very simple. Attack, maybe send a guy to flank, maybe throw a grenade. It's very simple to do. Or it's very simple AI. It's not very smart or intelligent or anything like that. It just seems that way because of the fantastic level design and because of those audio barks. That's it.
Now, why haven't other games done this, considering how effective it is?
I don't know, because it
just
is
about to say,
insanely effective.
I find it very odd that a lot of games don't just tie their level design with, you know, like these little indicators. Like, especially when you're using prefabs, like how Fallout does. Like,
Yeah,
you could just
you
attach...
just have in the AI node pathing, you could just mark that vending machine here.
Exactly.
Doorway here.
So then they would always
here.
know where you are, because it's like, yeah, if you're taking cover behind this specific thing, the prefab already has that, like, ingrained into it because you placed it there. So the enemies will be set to do a combat bark specifically for that location that you're in.
So imagine here in Starfield, Cree is here looting a kitchen at this very moment. Imagine if an enemy says, "We've got him pinned down. He's in the kitchen." You know, obviously those are two separate lines, We've got him pinned down. And then it picks from the dialogue. He's in the kitchen. It makes it feel like the AI is actively learning. Like it's really advanced. It's thinking about where you are. It's planning things. Even if it, at the end of the day, it'll just stay the same thing it's doing now.
Yeah.
Like it is really effective. If you want to see just how insanely effective it is, play Fear with the sound with enemy voice lines turned off, and then play Fear with it back on again. It is crazy how interesting it is.
Something I'm going to mention quickly. Money in this game is credits. When you pick up credits from the environment, it's a credit disc. Looking at the credit disc, or whatever it's called, credit stick, it doesn't tell you how many credits are on it until you pick it up. It's a little thing, again, but it's something that bugs me, because I don't know how much I'm getting. Like, let's say it's money sitting there that's possible to be stolen. Am I going to risk stealing, 2 credits? Or could this be 1,000 credits? Where I might be like, oh, okay, I'll see if I can get that,
Yeah. I also just find, the name credits so overused in sci-fi now. Like, it wasn't too bad back in the day when it was still a newly, used word for money in sci-fi, but now it's like every sci-fi fucking piece of media has to, call their money credits.
Yeah. It'd be like
and it just gets a little boring.
It'd be like if, let's say Star Wars, for example, instead of credits, they call their money fucking glorbits or something. And then everything else called their money, their sci-fi space money, glorbits. It's the same kind of issue where, it doesn't matter what you call it. The problem isn't with it being credits, it's a problem with everyone calling it the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah. That's my issue. It's like in the, the first few pieces of sci-fi media that called it credits, it's fine. But then when you get so many more that come out later and they're still using that same metric or that same word for money, it just gets so annoying and repetitive.
£5 from Threadnought, thank you. Here we have Creed enjoying this game very much. No. I would never lie to you about Creed, citizen. You're poisoning the well can down the kicking road.
Yeah, it'd be like Cowboy Bebop. Instead of, calling them Wulongs, they would just be credits. And it's like,
See, I like when things come up with their own name, like Wulongs, because it just makes the world feel more unique. It feels like more thought was put into it. Like, okay, what is our money? Even if we don't find, what the lore reason is, the fact that it's called something different, you can infer that, there's a reason for it. Like how in real world we have, dollars, or yen, or pounds, or even euros.
Mm-hmm.
You know what was a fantastic thing for that? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
A fantastic thing for that was Firefly. Everything in Firefly, they don't address it directly, but everything in Firefly and all the characters will speak mixed English and Chinese all throughout the show and the movie.
Actually, it is explained. It's that the American and Chinese governments combined into one somehow.
Yeah, but I'm saying, it's a background detail, right? And it's just, it has that intrigue to it. When you don't get it told to you, and you just see, hey, that sign is in English and Chinese. That sign's in English and Chinese. Well, it must just be this area. But then you hear the main characters actually speaking, and they'll slip between English and then Chinese for, swearing and stuff like that. It's that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I really like is when
getting canceled was a travesty. I agree.
Yeah. One thing I really like when media, sci-fi media does this, which they don't do very often. I think I've only seen like maybe one or two pieces of sci-fi media that even do this, is when there is an alien race that isn't a part of, like, you know, the collective government that exists, they will actually have a different name for their money. So you'll have, like, you know, let's go with you know, like TNG or something, or Mass Effect or something, where they'll have, you know, it's like, this is like what the money is called generally, like this is what you'll see throughout the game. But then you'll come in contact with, say, you know, just some group of aliens that aren't a part of this, like they're very rare, you don't even see them very often. And when you do come in contact with them, they have a completely different name for their money.
Yee.
I like that. I like when they have different currencies and stuff like that within that media, but that's rare. That's very rare.
Playing Starfield, not gonna lie, it's pretty boring for the first 10 hours, but it kinda got good. See, I still think that's a problem. There's no reason why the first 10 hours of a game should be boring. Especially when you consider that there's a lot of games that don't even reach that length in the first place. If a game 4 hours long can be engaging, like from the start, or at least from the very early on, then there's no reason this game should be boring for the first 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that conversation I was talking about Cree is getting dumber and dumber as I watch.
Unicorn. Not.
I am watching somebody degrade mentally in real time. Oh.
Magic horn thing?
Alright, there's a story thing here. Let's see how bad it is.
Holy shit. You actually found me.
I wish I could say this is the first time this has happened with Barrett. But, well, it isn't.
Why the direct camera on her every time?
Well, this is turning into a regular Constellation party, isn't it? I should have brought drinks. Matsura the Grim here and I actually have a lot in common.
Both escape artists. Being captured by Sistef myself plenty of times.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Relativity. We're all just creatures of the universe trying to get away from what's after us. You know, it's actually been kind of nice. Matsura the Grim here is a great host.
No sense letting people's last moments be unpleasant.
See, that's what I like about you, Matsura. A real Renaissance man.
I have enjoyed our time together, Barrett. But I can't just let you go with nothing to show for it. Is Constellation willing to pay ransom in exchange for this man's freedom?
No. 4,000 credits.
Wait, don't you have way more than that already?
I do, but like... God, sorry, I'm just... I feel like the boringness of this dialogue is fucking boring into my fucking head. Like a drill. Like, look how fucking inane this shit is. You have a companion option, that's cool. Yeah, the last time I had a companion option was fucking garbage. Can I just kill him? Oh, I can. Attack, you're a pirate. This only ends one way.
We do have some insurance set aside for this exact problem.
Does that mean you'll be paying me, Miss...
We don't need to be introduced. Here's your money. And we would appreciate it if you could spread the word in the Crimson Fleet that Barrett shouldn't be harassed. It's not working out for any of us.
That's a fair point. But I can't control a man's reputation.
Do what you can. A suggestion to the right ears can work wonders.
Very well. Goodbye to you all. I have enjoyed this little exchange.
I have not enjoyed this exchange.
See you around,
this was
Matsura.
inane.
I mean,
Completely inane and
well, you know, hopefully
stupid.
not.
$3 from Get Out There, yo. Thank you. Earth is a proc-gen barren rock planet. Awesome. Yeah. Apparently you can occasionally find monuments of Earth, like, everything got...
You're carrying too many odds and ends. I have some.
Right, yeah, apparently everything on Earth turned to dust, except for some random monuments like the Empire State Building and stuff. I don't know why. All the Bethesda fanboys trash-talking Outer Worlds and Obsidian. Turns out Starfield is even worse. I still haven't played enough of Outer Worlds to really get a feel for it.
I would highly recommend Patricia's video on it. Again, there are qualms I have with it. But again, as he showed his work, I can also point out where he went wrong with it. And yeah, I think it was a really well done video, though. All things told.
I'd rather just play the game before I do that, you know?
That's fine.
I like how these pirates are totally cool with me stealing all their stuff. You know? Very chill of them.
Yeah, just make sure you steal 4,000 credits worth of stuff. See if they'll still be chill. Oh, we came out of this on a negative. Wow.
There's gotta be a way. Actually, I think that's where I came up from. Alright. Helmet display, open. Deep core space helmet, value 725. There's 1,000 there almost. Care. So, No Man's Sky or Starfield? I haven't played No Man's Sky, but just for the fact that it's seamless, it does have seamless space travel, right? Like, going from space to planet.
Yes. Yes, you can 100% go from space to planet. No no loading screens or anything like that. No nothing, you just...
Just for the fact that both games are space exploration TISM games, and that has that, then yeah, that one's better. At least for that aspect. Definitely sounds more appealing than playing this at this point. Does this game have stealth archer? You can be stealth in this game. An hour late, did anything happen?
We should have a talk.
We'll have a
when you
night
have the
stuff.
time, of course.
Oh my god, I
Something
don't
you
want
need?
to talk. Actually, you know what, can I just... Hold on. Okay, it won't let me when I'm carrying too much. Fair enough.
To be honest, if I had to pick something positive to say about the Crimson Fleet, I'd be at a loss.
What a nothing
We should have a
statement.
talk when you have the time.
You already told me you want to talk, you dumb fucking cunt. Leave me alone. Like, if a character wants to talk because you've done enough of their story thing, like, yeah, sure, whatever, okay. But, like, she just told me 20 seconds ago, now she's telling me again. That shit is irritating as fuck. even if it's just an isometric thing in Spore and Mass Effect, you get to just fly around the galaxy and not just use menus. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that everything seems to be done in this game through menus is... I mean, why even bother at that point? You're not exploring space, you're exploring fucking menus and being loaded into a chunk of world.
Yeah, that's one of my big issues with modern games, is they don't seem to actually be trying to further the medium and actually do more stuff. They seem to actually be regressing a lot of the times, where games made a decade ago can do things that modern games can't seem to do.
Yeah.
Like it's becoming lost technology or something.
They've
The
literally just
competency, right?
reskinned fast travel with a space aesthetic. That's the galaxy travel mechanic. Yep, that it is. Actually Starbound, but worse, Lamau. Yep. Like,
Yeah.
remember too, Starbound is a game I absolutely fucking despise. And, I don't know. I feel like I had more fun with that than I am with this.
Oh my god. I can't. Cree.
Right,
Now
Captain.
he's saying that
I need to discuss
story
with
in
you.
video games is exactly the same as
So,
cosmetic DLC.
Back to the lodge.
It's
Are you
just
sure the
an
person...
add-on.
Are you sure the person on Regs' server just isn't retarded?
No.
Sorry, a troll.
I,
A troll. That's what I meant to say.
yeah, we know it's not a troll, but
You know he's not a troll. He
yeah,
said story is like a DLC.
yeah, it's exactly the same as cosmetic DLC. It's just an add-on to a game.
That's stupid.
Yeah, no, I am lost at this point.
You're lost in the sauce.
I think I would be happier at that point. I'm just staring at this, like, because everybody in the server space is trying to get them to be like, dude, come on.
Why does his Discord get so many like weird people that are like the exact opposite of him?
I don't know. That's just gone beyond the sauce. Yeah. Oh, chat. The less wild thing that happened right before this was that he was saying Team Fortress 2, Overwatch, Hunt Showdown, Apex Legends.
Oh boy.
Fuck, what were they all? He was saying that all of these games were the exact same game. The exact same game, with minor differences, that's it. It's normally not bad. This is just one of those moments where, like, crazy. Oh, here we go. Apex Legends, Hunt Showdown, Due Process, Overwatch, Team Fortress 2, and Rainbow Six Siege are all the exact same game, with minor differences.
By the way, I know I mentioned it last time, but it's fully confirmed now. This game has Fallout 4's legendary item system, except you're not getting them from legendaries. I found a shotgun that randomly deals radioactive damage and demoralizes the target.
Wow. So it is a looter shooter, basically, right?
But why would this shotgun randomly do radiation damage?
I don't know. Like, I don't know why the shotgun would do it. You would need to load, like, depleted uranium shells or something like that. And I don't know why.
Oh, well, don't you guys know that all of Bethesda's games take place in the same universe, so it just makes sense that everything would be enchanted.
What the fuck outfit is this?
What the fuck? Oh, is that the fucking stripper
That is the
outfit
stripper
that I keep?
outfit,
Yeah, all you need now is the weird bulbous head thing.
which I think Cree has. I think.
No, I don't.
Oh, I thought I saw it
I
earlier.
don't
My bad.
think so. Hold on. It's not helmets. It'd probably be apparel. Nope.
Because I think helmets are all space stuff.
Yeah. See, this is one of those things to me, too, that just screams, hey, we're a sci-fi game doing a sci-fi thing. Look at this weird sci-fi thing. Because this is how people are going to dress in the weird sci-fi future.
Yeah.
Like, why?
I hate when they just do random bullshit like this and try to pass it off as like, well, it's sci-fi, guys. I mean, it makes sense because it's sci-fi. No. Sci-fi is not fucking retarded. Things actually have a reason for the way they look.
The tentacles actually, like, move when I turn the character.
Yeah. They have jiggle physics.
Which you just why? Again, I don't know why the outfit in general, but you know, whatever.
What's my inventory at? I should have checked that before I left. Yeah, not bad. Hentai spacesuit, Creetosis. Wouldn't a hentai spacesuit be like a fucking bikini spacesuit? Cree secretly loves this game and is enjoying every second of it. Oh yeah, my favorite thing to do in this game is imagine ways of killing myself so I don't have to play it anymore. $3 from Get Out There, yo. Thank you. Pre-playing as a strong, independent body type 1. Wait, if it's a stripper outfit, shouldn't skin be showing? I don't know. They didn't even think about what purpose a dancer's outfit should serve in a strip club. They're supposed to be sexy, not weird. Yeah. Alright, do I have to fucking talk to this guy? No, I have to... I assume I'm going back to Constellation now. Yeah. Optional, recruit Heller as crew. No. I don't care. Yep, send me to New Atlantis. What about the shotgun ammo? There's Tism with that.
Yeah, so they got rid of the rifle bullets, and then they made it the Doom 2016 Doom Eternal shotgun reload to hide what stuff is being loaded into it. But they call it caseless ammunition. Good news, you can fire one barrel and reload, and it will actually only reload a single barrel. So, well done for that. When you reload with caseless shells in first person, there's no shells or anything like that. So again, good news. You know, good, well done with that. And then minus 1,000 points because if you go into third person and reload, it kicks out 2 shells. Now, to be fair, those 2 shells actually are properly animated and they hit your spacesuit helmet, your space helmet's faceplate, and will then get bounced in a different direction. Which is a neat touch, but again, it's caseless fucking shells. They shouldn't exist to begin with.
I don't even know why they wanted it to be caseless ammunition, too. Like, why they specifically wanted it to be that, when they could have just went with normal shells.
Fire that here? What's the matter with you?
Oh, is that how they...
When you have a few moments,
Did you notice that the,
The muzzle flash isn't actually connected to the barrel? Yes.
Well, no, not
I'm
that.
noticing
The,
something else here.
I'm noticing that the barrel is not... Like, the square part isn't... Like, I guess that's how they get around, like, the whole, like, oh, it's not actually super heavy because the barrel isn't filled in. You see what I mean?
You wanna know what else I just noticed?
What's all that stuff around the thing then? Why would you need that? What else did you just notice?
I think the shell casings fly towards the camera. So hold on, let's do over the shoulder here. Okay, that time they didn't. The other times it looked like they did.
Okay.
See, it looked like they came towards me there. No, it's moving fast. Maybe it's slow motion, it'll look more normal. But like, let's do straight on again. That looked like it came towards me. That looked like it came towards me.
Ah, yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, it does kind of look like they're just coming towards wherever the camera is. Yeah, they kind of are. What the hell? I mean, it's not a big issue, but it's weird.
It is weird. I also want to grab this comment by Tentacle Dube. Enter supposed strip club. Look inside. The dancers are all fully clothed. Face question mark emote. Well, you see, Tentacle Dude, my favorite strip clubs are the ones where everyone's fully clothed. Why wouldn't people be fully clothed in a strip club? Especially the dancers. They have the most clothes.
I'd like to speak to you.
I'm at your service, Captain.
Got a little held up on Vectera.
Barrett, we were worried sick.
Well, some of us were.
I see what you did there, Walter. And I know you've been secretly crying into your piles of money just waiting for my return.
Actually, Walter has been complaining about you more than usual, which is always a sign when he's worried.
Don't start, Country.
Wait, is that? And to think the first artifact was taking up dust on the library shelf. Now, look at them all. You feel it a bit, can't you? Ever since I found the second one, had the visions. Being around them is just comforting. So hey, I'm still not 100%, plus I feel guilty dragging you into all of this. Why don't I stick around? Help you get adjusted to the weird corners of the universe.
Traveling together sounds good to me. You're just gonna be a different flavor of annoying for my current companion.
Marvelous.
Sarah's the best possible person to be running the installation at a time like this. Focused, no nonsense, and dedicated.
Who are you talking to? Alright, now what do I do? Sarah Morgan wants me to join an expedition headed up by Sam Coe, another Constellation member. We'll be going to Freestar Collective Space. Sarah's asked me to go to the Eye, a star station Constellation owns in orbit of Jemison. I need to meet with Vladimir Saul about finding more artifacts in the fringes of space. Oh boy, chat, which one should we do? Creetosis, I bet a bunch of people will develop shut up NPC mods for Starfield because they're so annoying. I'm surprised there isn't one already. Oh no, it's the marker. That would make this game 100 times better. Is there magic yet? We haven't quite gotten to the space magic yet. Starbound's 3D update looks very disappointing so far. Oh, it is. How's Starfield? I'm not liking it. I'm really not liking it.
Some good ideas. Overwhelming majority, though, is very much a letdown. And it feels like a boat anchor around your around your neck, but every now and then you have an oxygen mask that at least supplies you with a little bit of air, so you realize the situation you're in.
Why are you doing this to yourself, Kree?
He's a masochist.
No. But I kind of wish I would, or I kind of wish I was. Because if I was, then by having a bad time would mean I was having a good time.
Yeah.
Why is Starfield so boring? I don't know. Alright, that was just sending me to the lodge again. Whoops. See that universe? You can reset it. If only. Alright, who the hell do I have to talk to in here?
This place is a delightful relic tangled up with hope, grit, and science.
Oh god, it's a space cowboy. Why don't I just kill myself now?
Just go easy on him.
Is it better or worse than Fallout 4? It's hard to tell overall, but I'm definitely finding it more boring than Fallout 4.
This does not bode well.
Watch the space cowboy
You must be the
unironically
latest
be
poor
like
fool to
the
get
best
dragged
character
into our
in the entire
dysfunctional
game.
little family. Whoa. I know a few dark sides of the Aquila Moons, but if you're looking for deep history lessons, well, I'm gonna fall asleep before you do.
Trust me. Don't encourage him. Kuriko, by the way. Hi.
Can I murder the child?
Nice to meet anyone brave enough to fly the frontier.
Perfect. And you must be the new engineer. Or maybe our new gunner?
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a fine ship. Honest. Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition? Sure enough, that's where we're heading. The three of us are heading to Aquila, first settled planet of the Freestar Collective, and, not coincidentally, the home of their capital, Aquila City. We'll land in the city's spaceports, but the frontier's our goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on a tale that makes me think one thing. Artifact. Okay. We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there.
I'm also going to say
Once
something
we land
else.
on Aquila, it's going to be you and me.
If we're not
So if you wanna
finding
do any
more
freewheeling
artifact
before
pieces
then,
in caves or
Cora and I will
mines,
just be riding
that's
past
going to
you.
be a problem.
Let's get out there and do something new today, shall we?
Yeah.
Because this one singular one happened to be in a mine. But we found, what, at least one other piece right now, and he thinks there's another one over there. So, are all the rest of them just going to be already dug up and found and just, like, sitting around?
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
And again, this could all be explained if they would just fucking have like a line of dialogue saying like, you know, oh, we know how to track these things because it's made of this mineral which we can scan, and there's all kinds of people looking for these things, so we need to get to them before they do, sort of thing. So it makes sense that other people would have these things and people are able to find them inside of planets and shit.
Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
First thing I said when I got into Az's stream was, I'm going back to Morrowind. Ah. Morrowind definitely does all the stuff this game is trying to do better, including exploring an alien world. How about that? many credits do I have? Oh damn, I've got a lot more than I thought. Last time I checked, I had about like 36,000. Now I have 64,000. I'm almost halfway to paying off my house. My house.
Well, you're at 64,000?
Yeah, I think it's... Is it
It's
125?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're over halfway.
I'm over halfway to paying off my house.
Ooh, the hoot hoose.
We're here.
Don't break
You
out.
ready?
Don't break it to my
Because
hoose. I'll
once we
send
get
you to
started, I'm
prison.
gonna be riding your tail till this is over.
Don't break into the hoot hoose. We'll give you a hoot and then a shoot.
There's something you should know up front. I'm a Ko. As in Solomon Ko, first man on Aquila. That tale I mentioned before, the one I think is connected to an artifact, it's something of a family legend. After Planetfall, Solomon spent years mapping Aquila, and he found a tiny little patch of nothing on his sensors.
I wonder if any of them move their eyebrows individually.
He called it the empty
like,
nest.
Can they raise
Said
an
it was a
eyebrow
place
or anything
even
like
the
that?
wildlife
Like,
of Aquila wouldn't go.
you know what I mean? Cock an eyebrow to be skeptical about something or anything.
So if these artifacts are causing life to not go near them, wouldn't that be a sign that they're dangerous?
Wait. So life itself doesn't go near these artifacts?
Apparently.
Okay.
He's just explaining that the artifacts produce an empty nothingness zone, basically, and something... I don't know.
Mm.
But he said, yeah, wildlife won't go near that area.
And so you touched
This is
it.
kind of fun.
And
Well, kind of.
got tism, whatever, and blacked out, and then everybody else in the camp touched it because lol, it looked like it was fun.
And keep in mind, you technically didn't touch it. You had your spacesuit on.
Yeah. So it's proximity based, basically.
Solomon's maps are locked up tight in the local gal bank. We'll be heading there.
What's new?
Alright, what are you going to say to me?
Hold it. By order of Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal Bank. Folks might be in danger, so you may want to steer clear.
Never a dull moment around here.
I know you. You're Sam Coe. Marshal will be damn glad to have another Freestar Ranger helping out.
Afraid your information is a couple years out of date.
I feel like this is an overcorrection. I feel like the reason they're doing these straight-on camera shots that are so jarring and disconnected is because the camera's fucked up so much in Fallout 4. Where they would clip into walls, or they would jitter, or they would clip into something that would make all the terrain and like most of the objects disappear. Or they would clip into people's faces. So now we've got the opposite problem where the camera feels super stiff and jarring when it hard cuts to someone like fucking staring at you.
Yeah.
Isn't there a meme of like a character just staring at the I guess camera, and like the whole thing is like how awkward that stare is? That's what this dialogue camera is when it cuts to your companion. When the NPCs give you that Bethesda stare.
Yeah, especially when in previous games they would just disengage dialogue to, you know, have their little quip with another character, and then they would just go back to talking to you again, and you would go back into the dialogue menu to continue on its own.
Yeah, they did
and they
that
just
in,
decided that's...
They did that in Skyrim.
Yeah, they did it in New Vegas, Fallout 3, Skyrim, but then they just decided, no, that's not good enough. We can't do that.
Alright, I posted a video of somebody jumping off of the top of the tallest building in New Atlantis and landing in water.
Oh yeah, I can imagine what that is already. It's just they land on water as if it was ground, but take no damage, right? Like they don't go
Yeah.
under.
Don't go under, nothing. Just immediately just thump, and they're just there.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just nothing.
Yep.
No splash, anything.
Which I don't. Why would you even do that? Why would you add that to the game when swimming worked in the prior games? So why the fuck can't it work here?
The room-esque editing cuts, then a screaming dinosaur emote. Yeah. If people are in danger, then I want to help. Where's the option where if people are in danger, then I definitely don't want to help, let them die?
I guess that'd be the marshal's call. Frankly, it ain't going well. Looks to be a stalemate. Maybe a little outside help would do some good.
Well, I doubt those robbers are gonna let us leisurely peruse the Galbank vault. We better see if we can help move the situation along.
If you make a move towards the building, a hostage dies.
You planning to tell me your demands
I
at
have
some
complete
point?
confidence in the Marshal.
Someone we can trust, and maybe we will.
Like who?
Not you, not one of your rangers, and not these city guards neither.
How exceptionally convenient.
What the hell am I supposed to do with that? You need to stand back now.
Just fucking end me. You have to realize how absurdly convenient this is. There's a hostage situation. If anyone approaches the bank, they will kill a hostage. The robbers will kill a hostage. The sheriff of the town, this guy here, he's asking, okay, what are your demands? And then they said something to the effect of, I ain't dealing with you, nor the cops here. So who the fuck are you gonna bargain with? How goes the gaming, Cree? I hope you're doing well, by the way. No, I think I'm getting sick with something. Maybe it's just from playing the game, but I'm feeling worse by the minute, and I was feeling not so great before I started the stream. And this game, it seems especially designed to test my fucking patience. What's going on?
It's a hostage situation. Now please, get back, or I'll have the guards drag you away. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back.
Aquila City at its finest, I see. Never a dull moment.
See, at least he's not staring.
I'll be damned. Sam Cole. Been a long time.
Okay.
I won't hold my breath
Okay,
about you
gang.
being here to take the bag. Listen,
Okay.
just so you know.
Did he just look into
I
space
don't
for some
blame you
reason
for
and
how it
then
went down.
like wheel around?
For
What
the
the fuck was
others,
that?
though, you
Yeah, he was
might
doing
get a
the
different reception.
autism, like, weird
Thanks.
look around
I appreciate
thing.
you saying so. But I figure some of that reception is owed. Still, I appreciate the sentiment, Marshal.
Oh, you mean more
Let's see if you
people
got a
do that
situation.
than just
My
me?
friend here
What?
may be the answer you're looking for.
All right, Sam.
Anyways,
I'll
Sam
trust
was
your
in a different
judgment on
position
this
there, and he was looking, like, to the
Some
side
folks from the
towards
Shaw
you.
gang tried to
And
rob
that looked
the
a lot
place,
better than the
but they got
dead-on,
spotted by a
yes,
guard.
hello. Especially when he's talking
They
to
took
another
everyone
character.
inside
See,
hostage,
that's part of
and
what's
now
so
they're keeping a watch
jarring
so we can't
about
move
it.
against them. They're
I'm gonna wait
using
for
the
this to
intercom to
finish.
communicate.
Did you?
Okay, so this is what's so jarring about it. It's a three-person conversation when you have your companion there. And it shows the straight-on camera view of your companion when they enter the conversation. The reason that's so jarring is because that works for a one-on-one conversation, because of course you would be staring at the person you're talking to. Well, not staring, but looking at the person you're talking to. But when it becomes a three-person conversation, then you'd be talking... Like, if you're standing still, obviously, not if you're walking. You'd be standing, so both people are in view, and you can easily turn your head to look at one or the other. When they're dead-on staring at you, when they jump in to talk to the NPC...
Having trouble focusing?
It feels like they're talking to you rather than the NPC. And that's what makes it so fucking jarring and weird and off-putting.
They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one. It might come to that, but first I just want you to talk to them. Find out what they want, and then report back to me.
Take it slow and steady. Look for every opportunity to de-escalate. You got this.
Hey, you in the bank. I'm sending in a negotiator, so don't shoot.
Hands where I can see them, and don't try nothing.
I'm gonna save in case this Bethesda janks out.
Security around here is a joke.
You're the negotiator, huh?
You never have any idea what's gonna fucking happen.
Here and get us to surrender? You're dead wrong. We'll cooperate when we get what we want. So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us? I don't know you, so why should your word mean anything to me? Am I supposed to be impressed? I see what you mean.
There's also an auto persuade button. What the hell? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna ignore that.
Well, I guess you have a point.
I don't like the way persuasion works in this game at all.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because so the easiest options just come across as generic platitudes. The other options have an incredible chance of failing to the point it's not worth taking them. You have to get the bars at the bottom up so far. I don't know how far, because I think I've completed it without filling out those bars. And you get so many turns. A turn is a failure. If you fail like 3 checks, then it's over, I think.
Weird.
I'm not on anyone's side here.
I ain't buying it.
I ain't buying it.
Nothing you say is gonna change my mind, so let's just move on. We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? Then persuade the Marshal that it ain't. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and simple, you know? So let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last. What do you mean? Damn it. I didn't think of it that way.
Oh my god. This is so insufferable. This is so fucking insufferable. Hey, if you stand down now, your time will be lighter than if you kill a prisoner or kill a hostage. Damn, I didn't think of it that way. Who knew committing murders will increase your possible jail time for committing a crime?
Does he actually say that, though, if you pick that option?
I did already.
Wait, you did?
Yeah. Wind it back a few seconds to the last persuasion check I did.
Oh, yeah, nowhere near. I didn't think of it that way. How did he not think of it that way? I thought you were. I was talking about in response to the nobody's been hurt yet. Surrender now, and the judge might go easy on you. One.
Nope.
But no, of course not.
to the Marshal to make sure the hostages don't get hurt. Nah, it's too late to back out now. We're seeing this through. You go tell the Marshal to get that ship ready so we can all walk away from this thing without anybody getting hurt.
Is there like a back door to this place? Go up. Up! Oh my god. Is there seriously no, like, secondary way into this place? Have you reached Space Whiterun yet?
Wouldn't that just be New Atlantis?
I guess so. I really hate the speech system. Like, it's more similar overall to the older games, that's fine, I don't mind that part. But this persuasion system is just fucking complete ass. To see, at least with something like Baldur's Gate 3, you know what you're rolling against. You know what your chances are. I don't know what my chances are on this because maybe I have to look at the tutorial again. It didn't feel like it was explained fully to me. So, you have your persuasion options. You have, you know, +1, +3, +5, whatever, +4. The higher the number, the harder the thing is to pull off.
You've got my girlfriend in there.
But, like, what are the odds of pulling
gets
it
hurt.
off? I don't know what my chances are. Even Fallout 3, when you did your speech checks, it'd be like, you know, 50% chance, 67% chance, 92% chance.
Maybe I should grab a rifle.
I heard every word. He's talking too loud. Sign of fatigue. All that fear and exhaustion are taking a toll. They're not thinking straight. That puts us in a very precarious position. Yeah, you're right. You gave those boys a chance, but now they have to lie in the bed they made. Problem is, they're keeping me and the guards inside at all times. If we try to move against them, they'll see us coming. You'd be willing to do that? You've got guts, that's for damn sure. I can't deny that you're right, though. They might not see that coming. Now, I see two ways we can play this. You could ask to see the hostages. And once you're inside, you can make your move. If you're quick, I think you can take them out before they have a chance to respond. But you'll have to shoot to kill. There's also a back door.
Thank God.
Most of their attention's focused out front here, so they may not be watching it as
I was
close.
about to be annoyed.
This key should unlock it.
I'm sure things will turn out just fine.
I really don't know how this is gonna end.
I'll make sure I don't kill any hostages by accident as I sweep the room with my automatic weapon.
So I want you to be sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Huh? I can see.
That's how you get the job done.
Damn, really bullet sponge. For just wearing a shirt.
Don't you know shirts are the most,
Well, if we were in the John Wick universe, I would agree. And for anyone that hasn't seen John Wick, they have special Kevlar and metal weaves that they put in the suits to make them bullet resistant.
That's mostly after the first one, though, right?
It is. Now, hilariously, that can actually work for some calibers of bullets, which is, you know, amazing. But also, how the bruising and welts you're going to get are going to be severe.
Thank you so much.
Man, it's a real good thing these criminals didn't decide to just start murdering the hostages they said they were going to murder.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm torn on the bullet resistant suits. I can understand for stuff like maybe 22, maybe 32, but
hold on. This is stupid. This is stupid. One of the hostages.
Now I have two heroes, Solomon Coe and you.
This guy was a hostage not 32 seconds ago, and he walks back up to his like bank till, as if he's going to just return to work after that, even though there's a fucking corpse like 3 meters away.
Yeah.
Of the guy who held him hostage. Hold on, can I? Yep, there we go.
And this was in development for 25 years, according to Bethesda.
Hey, I'd like to make a deposit. I have a storage deposit box, right?
Hope the marshal gives you a big reward.
You could just keep him there. That's fine too. He's counting his time as a hostage as his unpaid break. Back to work wage. I assume wage slave.
Or wagey.
Or wagey, yeah.
They've got them. I heard.
Did they actually say that this game was in development for 25 years?
I think they tried to hint that they've been wanting to make it for 25 years, and that's supposed to lead to the conclusion that they've been trying to make it 25 years, aka development.
You got the job done and saved
Yeah, but
lives.
surely
There you go. 25
on-
years in concept,
Even
5 to
more
6
than
years
earn
in
this.
development.
You got us out of a tough spot. You did it with courage that's not common.
Okay.
As a matter of
How
fact,
do you work on something for
you
25
might just be
years and not
three-star Ranger
like
material.
and like it comes
If you're
out as
interested, head
boring
on
as
over
it
to the
is.
Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
All right.
Please stay
Now the
calm.
lives aren't on
Let
the
our
line, let's
security
get back to
forces do their
Galbank, see if we can get those maps.
You see, you have Emil as your writer.
Oh well, they turned off all the red spooky lighting. And, oh, the corpses are still here.
I've had quite enough excitement for now.
Why are you actually just getting back to work? Oh, this guy had a name.
Interact with him as an NPC.
Hold on. I have to hold it for a while to, This guy had a name. I wonder if you could do more with him if, like, you didn't kill him.
See, that would be interesting.
I suppose I'll have to write a report about it. I'm thinking I've had...
Oh, cool, I can't talk to him for the maps. Even though the entire reason we're here is for the maps. Deputize, talk to... Alright, I guess I'll go do that. Yeah, I'm feeling shittier and shittier by the moment. I think I'm coming down with something. That sore throat I mentioned earlier, it's starting to move down into my chest. Like, not the soreness is that deep, but like there's a feeling in my mid-chest area now. That just feels off. What a bad time to start coming down with something.
We'll take it
I'm
from
supposed to go back to work in a few days on Wednesday. If I don't go in Wednesday, I miss my fucking vacation pay for tomorrow. Oh, sorry, not vacation pay. Holiday pay for tomorrow and Monday.
That's the rock. Ranger said.
Yeah,
This game could give you cancer. Maybe that's what I'm feeling.
Mostly. It still feels a little weird though.
Late one night, Andy Wilcox tried.
You got some business with me?
For public indecency.
Oh. Well, if the marshal sent you to me, that means he's looking to recruit you. Just so you know what you're getting into, I'll explain who we are and what we do. Well, the Freestar
Creetosis,
Rangers
you're coming down with
ensure the
climate
safety
change.
and
It's
security
terminal.
of the
Oh,
Freestar
no.
Collective and its people. We might hunt down a fugitive, break up a smuggling operation, investigate a starship theft, or put some would-be bank robbers behind bars. Whatever needs doing to keep the people safe, we do. Sure, but we Rangers work across the whole of Freestar Collective space. Like most things that are worth doing, it ain't always easy. But, do I think we make the Freestar Collective a little safer for everyone? Yeah, I do. I imagine you've got some questions. I'll answer anything I can. Okay then. A word about myself. I'm in charge of making sure anyone that wants to be a Freestar Ranger is up to the task. That being said, the Marshal wouldn't send you here if he didn't think you had potential. So, what's it gonna be? Are you ready to sign up with the Freestar Rangers? Look, you have to be completely sure about this, so take whatever time you need. Just come and find me if you decide you want to join.
Yeah, I'm not interested in doing that right now. This is another thing that I feel...
You're probably looking
it's actually not so much of a problem with this game. I'm fine with it. It's more of a problem in Fallout 4 and Skyrim, but there's a lot of times where you'll be directed to something that will be designed to distract you from the main story. Like here, there's the bank robbery. I sorted that out. The marshal tells me to come to her for a job. That's fine in this case because the story isn't...
Well, hey there.
...urgent. We must get this done immediately or the whole universe will be exploded, you know? So,
yes.
At least they're doing it that way this time, and that's something I do genuinely appreciate for the story. It's not, oh my god, this is something that needs to be completed as soon as humanly possible. My babby's been stolen, my dad ran away, the dragons are coming back and they're eating everyone. It's, yeah, we're looking for some stuff. Go find it. I do wish the story was a bit more interesting, but the story not having any sort of implied time limit, and story being interesting aren't like mutually exclusive. I still don't know what the stakes are here. That's the weakness of having a random MacGuffin like this. Yeah, that's the other problem, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because I couldn't quite articulate the problem I was having, but that sorts it out nicely for me. Because I don't know what the point of all this even is, I don't know why I'm doing it.
Alright.
You know?
Yeah.
A few different deposit boxes.
We don't know what the end goal is.
Let's look around.
Because
Here's a copy of the key.
even in Morrowind, you don't know what the end goal is immediately.
Okay, now
But
remember,
fairly
Solomon
quickly,
was
hold
from
on. I have to pause this so you'll stop talking. Even in Morrowind, you don't necessarily know what's going on immediately, but there's a lot of hints that something big is going on that you're going to be a part of. There's that opening cutscene with Azura talking to you, and like saying, yeah, you're going to be a part of like this nation's history or whatever she says. I don't remember the exact quote. And you start doing the missions for KS Cosades, probably mispronouncing his name. But it's building up, and you're learning information about, okay, there's this Nerevarine thing, there's the Sixth House cult and all that. And then you find out that, oh yeah, you're trying to find the Nerevarine, or you're going to impersonate the Nerevarine to calm down the uppity locals, or you eventually find out you are the Nerevarine. And like, you start learning what the stakes are. Here we are, several missions in, 8 hours into the game, and admittedly, some of that was fucking about on my part, so if I'm going to be fair to the game, let's say 5 or 6 hours into the game. I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing any of this for. Because the whole thing seems to be exclusively, hey, these artifacts are fucking neato, aren't they? Do you want to go find more? Here's an annoying companion who will criticize your every little movement, every time you pick up items, and irritate the hell out of you. Go find the artifact pieces because they do, I don't know.
You know what's this reminds me of playing Arcade back in the day for Immo Grinder. And we were several hours into the game's story, so we were pretty deep in the story. Well, you know what I mean? Pretty deep in the starts of the story. It's an MMO. The story's going to be long as fuck, right? And as we were playing it, we only at the end, near the end, we found out that the guys we were fighting the entire time were the bad guys. I shit you not. A quest told us the guys you know that you're fighting, the people trying to kill you and attack us and everything like that, those are the bad guys. That was a big reveal.
I thought
it's like
the
we've been fighting them from the beginning. What?
So, if people are shooting at, don't know what this game is. I'm just making vagaries here because I don't.
Yeah, that's
really
fair.
Care. If a bunch of people are shooting at you for no given reason, and you're fighting them all throughout the game's story, and at the end it's the big reveal: the guys that you've spent 30 hours shooting and killing, they were the bad guys. It's like, what the fuck do you mean they were the bad guys? Of course they were. They were shooting at me for no reason.
Yeah, that's basically what happened to us. And it was one of those, like, the editor who was looking over our script work kept trying to change that, and I kept telling him, no, stop trying to change it. This is legitimately the big reveal of this act. That the people we've been fighting the entire time were the bad guys. I'm not kidding. Don't change that.
5 reals from Ebony Zeity, thank you. Hey Creetosis, a bit of a random question. How long have the three of you such a pagan, been friends, and how you met? So, Such I met not too long before we started Stag, actually. It was like, what, 2-3 months beforehand?
Yeah. I was in Kree's Discord, and I only joined... I can tell the full story. If you want to tell what you and Pagan, because then I can go into the story about how we met.
Well, you could go into that story now. I'll continue playing the game.
Earlier generation.
Okay.
So it's not.
So I was over in Mahler's Discord,
bundles of paper,
and Kree's video gets shared, and D Predator was the one that was talking to Kree in Mahler's Discord. And I had talked with D Predator a couple times. Not a lot. It's not like he's not a friend of mine or anything like that. He's kind of a vague acquaintance, right?
Of course, that old man saw this coming.
And we've been talking in there, stuff like that, about it. And then I see him mentioning Kree and how much he enjoyed Kree's video and everything. So I decided to go watch Kree's video as well. I was like, I generally like the cut of this. I like the cut of this bird's jib. So I joined the Discord, and this is when there was still, what was his name, Varuk the Spider or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
It was V. It's something with V. And we were having conversations about different media and everything like that, and he was the most disingenuous, fucking twisting words, goalpost shifting motherfucker ever. And Cree, Cree wasn't like pinged for this or anything like that, or did anything like that, but he came into the conversation and was trying to figure out what the fuck this guy was talking about. And I was explaining my side, the guy was explaining his side, and we were just going back and forth. And it just kept getting on more and more to where this guy was being a fucking shithead at all times, constant attacks and everything like that. I would rebuke his points and stuff all throughout. It was really fucking bad. And then I finally, I had to go.
It's worth mentioning, I didn't really have any moderators for the server at the time, because I'm the kind of person where it's generally slow for me to trust people. And I didn't want to make someone a mod who is, you know, someone who's going to be a shithead, and I had no way of, like, knowing, or I couldn't do anything about it. Like, by not able to do anything about it, I don't mean, like, oh, I can't unmod him. Of course I can unmod him. What I mean is, if shit starts going down while I'm at work, or while I'm sleeping, and I wake up to, like, the server on fire, you know?
Yes.
This resulted in the server being way more chaotic than
As
I would
much
have
as I
liked.
enjoy having you around.
Oh my god, I fucking hate these characters. That completely threw off my line of thought. I didn't have moderators on the server. And despite having a channel that had a list of rules, people thought it was an anarchy server with no rules. I don't know why people thought that. That's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
But anyways, it led to the opposite problem, where there's no one to, like, keep watch on things, and it just generally became a shit show. In fact, the guy Setch is talking about posted, like, 2 different videos of people just straight up dying. It's
like actual dying, gore and stuff.
One of them didn't have gore, but there are people falling from a decent enough height to get super fucked up or dead from it, so, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and I had messaged him, I said, man, this is wild and stuff like that. I'm sorry to call this to you, but, you know, there needs to be something done. And I had talked about how, like, it was wild to come into a server where somebody was all about objective critique and everything like that, and there were so many shit takes here. One of the big arguments being about Mad Max, and how, like, Mad Max is stupid, because, you know, why don't they talk about who fired the nukes first? I said, because what does that matter to the grand overall story? But people would talk about the past in the apocalypse. They have a lot of free time on their hands. Like, more likely they'd be trying to survive and, you know, see to their basic needs than worrying about what happened in the past and how did we get here? But I'm like, but it also doesn't matter in the story if the Australians fired the nukes first, if the Americans fired the nukes first, if the Chinese fired the nukes first, if Ukraine fired the nukes first. It wouldn't matter who did what first. Right? And this was also when, what I liked about it, and the reason the conversation came up was because I was talking about how I enjoyed Mad Max because it was a slow apocalypse. The warning signs were all there that the apocalypse was coming, and people ignored it until it was too late. Like the water receding and fish dying in droves, and just like farming foods not actually being able to grow properly and everything. So that's why I enjoyed it. And they were talking about how it was a retcon and everything.
No forgiveness between me and my old man.
Yeah, it was wild. And I talked about how, like, I couldn't believe that a server that was based off of this much objective critiques and everything like that would have so many shit takes in it, because you think objective critiques would kind of be the thing that you'd be after if you're coming into a server from somebody whose videos are about objective critique. Well, after that happened, this dude got yeeted from the server, and then the moderator, because again, Cree didn't have many mods. Yeah, he had a moderator at the time, and the moderator then jumped in on me. He was like, "Well, why the fuck are you here? Because you think this is nothing but shit takes here." And I like pointed out, like, "Have you seen all the shit takes here?" And it was just wild. The moderator just kept going off on me, and Cree actually had to step in and was like, "What the fuck is your problem?" And then that person then said that they just needed to step down for being a mod. It's been a wild ride. At that point, Cree came to apologize to me for everything that happened, and we just got to talking about everything. And the way I took it, Cree, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that you liked the way my thought process, my argumentation, and everything in the server, and that's what kind of got you thinking about doing the whole, like, hey, you could come talk with objective critique and everything too.
That's part of it, yeah. There's actually several factors to inviting you onto that first episode of what eventually became Stag. To see that stream that we did, I had actually been planning on doing that earlier in the year, like April or May. And I had President Manblast.
Good times.
And another guy, he changed his name a lot, but we watched Many a True Nerd's Fallout 4 video together and recorded it when it first came out. I think I used clips of that in the Part 4 response, or sorry, not Part 4. In the response
there was
to Many a True Nerd's Fallout 4 video.
There was a moment when the Brotherhood were attacking mutants, and you were talking with a couple people, and that was one.
It wasn't mutants, it was the Raiders at...
Ah, there you go.
Fuck, what's that place that the Institute sends you to? The Raider base that's on like a bunch of floating bullshit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's called.
We watched an entire video and we did the whole like EFAP thing on it. That was the first, technically that's Stag episode 0. That, I think that was like 7 or 8 hours long, that coverage, that for that one. But I've never uploaded it because one dude said he mentioned like personal stuff that he doesn't want public. So if I do ever make that episode public for any reason, I'd have to edit out all those bits. But I was planning on doing the video we covered in Stag number 1 is a video I was already intending to cover like on a stream earlier in the year, as I mentioned, and that ended up falling through. Because I was going to do it with President Manblast, that other guy, and another friend of mine. But, yeah, that fell through. I was thinking, fuck, okay, I guess we'll try to get it together another time, I don't know. And then I eventually... I can't remember the exact circumstances of getting episodes together, but I didn't know how many people I was going to get. I think Manblast was on board, because we had already covered the other video, and I guess he had the time to do it at the time. I asked Pagan if he wanted to be on, because Pagan has been a longtime friend of mine. And I thought... I can't remember what the decision was exactly behind getting a 4th person. I was like, oh, that's such guy. He seems pretty cool overall. Like what you mentioned, such a good argumentation and stuff. But I also just overall had a good feeling about you. And like I said, I'm slow to trust people, so I thought, you know, maybe this could backfire. Maybe he'll end up being a total dick or something. Luckily, that didn't happen.
Luckily, I am a total dick, but I'm the right kind of total dick.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good way of phrasing it too, because I'm a complete asshole, but only when I feel people deserve it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got together, and I guess the rest is history there.
You want to know what's crazy about that, chat? That is not the exact same way, but that is a similar way that I came to work for John of MMO Grinder and for Angry Joe of the Angry Joe Show. Like, the Joe one was the most wild one, because I was like, oh, Joe started up this Angry Army thing, and he's going to play Guild Wars 2? What? was gonna get Guild Wars 2 anyways. I'll tag along and like that. And we were just talking in TeamSpeak. This was back in the days of TeamSpeak and Ventrilo. And oh boy. And yeah, we were just having it was just good times and everything like that. And I was trying to help out people in the guild chats. I would be talking with people and stuff like that. And out of nowhere, Joe just says, "Hey, can I come talk to you in the Ventrilo?"
What's that? You come to your
And we
senses?
were like, "Sure,
Realize
talk
where
to
you
me."
got a
Yeah.
beef for once?
You know, I thought I'd done something wrong. So he brings me in the Ventrilo
You ain't
server
asked once.
with Krillix
Let's hear it.
and Night Fury.
I want you to say the
Was
words
the other guy's
about
name?
what's more important to you than family.
And we were all just talking, and he's like, "I'm gonna make you three the leaders, the officers in this guild."
Lackey here instead of my granddaughter.
And
Come to help Sam loot his
all three of us
ancestors?
are like, okay.
You're not getting those maps.
Just out of nowhere.
Full stop.
And so, yeah, we did an agreement to it and everything. And we jokingly would say oftentimes, like, Joe got really lucky that he picked the three of us. Because we weren't super ambitious. We weren't super, power hungry. We mostly just wanted to leave people be what they were. The only times we actually got called being super aggressive authoritarians because we tried to get people to stop sexually harassing people and doing all kinds of crazy nonsense.
Come on, let's you and I.
And it got spun into the fact we're trying to get people to stop swearing. It's like what the fuck? Have you ever heard us talk? We swear all the time. Why would we make you stop swearing if we all fucking swear? It was wild. We had to explain everything that went on there. That was a wild day. And then we brought, the three of us brought another member up whose name was Ronka Lee. We brought him into the fold later, and he became the fourth field marshal of the Angry Army. And at that time, because we had more chances where we could talk to Joe and everything, and that's what everybody joined the guild for. They wanted to talk to Joe, right? They wanted to simp with Joe. But we would get to talk with Joe, and I had been doing my own mini reviews on the Angry Joe Show forums, where I would go in detail and written detail and everything like that, and I'd take screenshots of everything because I didn't have proper video editing software at the time. And then Joe approached me. He said, "Hey, you do a lot of writing on the forums. Would you be willing to write for the Angry Joe Show?"
It stays.
And I was like, "Sure, absolutely." I didn't have a reason, to doubt it. I didn't know the methodology behind it. Joe seemed like a chill guy. I didn't realize that the personality was going to be the exact same for reviews and everything like that. And he was so easily swayed on things. And I don't mean swayed in
maybe you're right.
I could convince him of things. I mean swayed in the fact of his first impressions would color the entire experience from then on. Irregardless, right? He wouldn't have those moments of oh, that's cool, sort of thing if he really hated something. Or he wouldn't have moments of, well, that's really dumb, man. We need to talk about that if he was having a really good time. So that's where the Guild Wars 2 debacle kind of fell into play. But then, yeah, the same thing happened with John from Grinder. John knew I had written for Angry Joe for a few years.
Let me think.
And
the way I heard
I had been helping with the scripts because he did an open scripting session for, I want to say it was Trove.
There.
And I just started writing the script. I just wrote the whole thing.
Oh boy.
And he said, would you like to come on as a writer, a proper writer, and get paid a portion of the Patreon proceeds and everything? And I was like, sure.
First, it's in the middle of the frontier, which we already expected.
So yeah, it's
no
again
but the usual
same kind of weirdness that happened.
But the empty nest is a cave right in the middle of Shawgang territory. Same outlaws who held up Galbank. Well, just remember, it's about the artifact, not them.
Do you want to start off with how we met, Kree, or do you want me to do it?
I don't even remember.
Let's get to that cave.
I know we've been friends for
a long time.
Years, at least.
I remember. So we first met on a forum where I had seen him around a bit, and then he got into an argument with someone, and he just had like the best response I'd ever seen from anybody ever. And like the insults, especially, I was like, God damn, those are some good fucking insults. And I ended up messaging him and being like, I'm stealing that. That was amazing. I am stealing those insults. And he was like, oh yeah, you go right ahead, my guy. And we became like mild acquaintances from that, where we would talk every once in a while. Not very often, but we would sometimes talk. And then this other person who I didn't know very well, I'd seen him around a little bit. It was Gadget. But I'd only seen him around a little bit, but he was apparently in multiple servers that you and we didn't share any servers, but he was in servers that we were in. And he was going around talking about how this one server was just being complete dickheads to Kree for like no reason. And, I was just, so he was like going around and talking about it. And I was like, God, this sounds awful. These people sound like fucking douchebags. And he was like, oh, do you want to go into the server and see? And I was like, honestly, yeah, I kind of do. I just want to see, like, what the fuck is these people's problem? And I went in there with some friends, and we basically just kind of, like, shit up the place and accused the fucking owner for being a complete fucking dickhead and stuff like that and defending Kree. And from there, we just kind of got pulled into another server because of this with Gadget. And we just kind of hit it off from there, which, funny enough, I didn't know that this was Kree. I had no idea who this person was that Gadget was talking about. I was just really, like, interested in how dickish these people were being to this guy I didn't think I knew, only to find out it was the same person I knew on the forum who I was acquainted with already. And as we just started talking more and more in the Discord servers and stuff, we just kind of, or in the Discord server we got pulled into, we realized that we had very similar tastes in video games and very similar critiques of said video games and similar politics and all that kind of stuff. And we just, from there, we just kind of hit it off. And yeah, we just became like regular friends, and we would just talk all the time.
Yeah, we've had a group chat with Gadget pretty much since then.
Yeah.
This creature is hideous.
So, here's a comment that has gotten some pretty decent upvotes considering it's on the Starfield subreddit.
The thing is its mouth? How do you eat?
What the fuck?
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, now it randomly comes up.
Hair trigger there.
What is this comment?
Huh?
So the comment that was posted in the subreddit,
oh boy,
which is hilarious, is if this doesn't win Game of the Year 2009, I riot.
Oh, I get it now. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get it at first. I understand it now. Okay, yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yep. It actually has 159 upvotes, so I'm shocked.
Why 2009?
Because that's what I'm assuming they're saying that the game feels like.
Yeah, it feels like a 2009 game, like a very early 2000s game.
Yeah, that is brutal, I agree. Did your companion just say you have a hair trigger when the creature shot first? Or, bit at you first, or whatever, attacked you first?
Yeah. The creature went hostile, so I put it down.
Yeah, I always just found that really interesting that we just ended up, like, meeting each other again over something that, like...
completely unrelated.
Yeah, like, we knew each other beforehand, but then something happened and I had no idea it was even you that was involved in it. And then after it was done, we realized that we knew each other.
Dude, the conversation's still going on.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Shooting feels like a downgrade from Fallout 4.
Really get your blood pumping, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it feels more plasticky and like it has less weight to it than it used to.
Yeah.
Even in Fallout 4, which already wasn't very good. Like it was a step up from Fallout 3, but it still wasn't great. And then here it feels like it's actually gone down from Fallout 4.
Feels like old times.
It's weird that a lot of developers can't design futuristic guns, and then you just look at Bungie and they like knocked it out of the park with almost every single weapon design.
You know what I just
For
realized?
2 different species, or well, alliances.
Hey, Satch.
Yeah.
I want your opinion on something. Look at the gun
no.
building.
Yes,
See the ammo counter.
I do. Okay. What happened? What are you referring to?
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. The ammo counter seems to be on the clip or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slap you.
What?
Magazine.
Whatever. I don't care.
No, I'm gonna slap you.
You know what I'm saying, though. You understand what the words
Yes.
I'm saying mean.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
You're a troglodyte. But yeah, no, it is on the magazines, yeah. Which, that's neat, because you can actually look, you can look inside your pack and, like, read it in real time. Like, hey, this has this much, this has this much, this has this much. That's actually really nice.
Yeah.
I still don't like the aesthetic of how they did it. I like the concept.
Yeah, if it was just like a regular screen built into the magazine that just showed the ammo, that would be way better than whatever this is, where it's just like a PNG that magically changes number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Like, again, I love it in concept. I wish if they made it more like it looks like a little mini LCD screen or a little flat like cell phone screen or something like that just had the number on it, I think that would look so much nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And the
agree.
number ticker thing, like what I mentioned yesterday.
Yep.
Just something that isn't like not even PNG, just like
Because, and you know what? It's almost like this.
To objects.
It's almost like this right here. Go back into the darkness, Cree. Could you read any number that was on your gun?
If I look at it real closely, yeah. Hold on, let me turn off the flashlight. Actually, I didn't change much there.
Yeah, because it's the environmental lighting on it. But you see what I mean?
Right there, it's harder to read. That's. I could still make out what it is because I know it's there, but yeah.
Now imagine a screen that had a low light mode, right? Just on this. And again, this isn't something that takes up a ton of processing. Literally, all you would need for the screen, for this thing to count the bullets, would be it to follow the sear inside the magazine. And the higher up at the top the sear gets, the lower the number goes. The lower the sear is down, the higher number goes.
Watching you.
And then just have minor backlighting. That's it. You can even have it to where when you hook in the magazine, it hooks into the battery pack and the recharge system of your sight, your optic.
Okay, so
Hell, they even could have just.
So
Go
I
ahead.
want to check something. My oxygen decreases while I'm in my spacesuit, and then you start building up CO2. If I take my helmet off... I did take my helmet off, right? Yes, okay. Do I still build up CO2? Or do I just run out?
That would be funny if you still built up CO2.
You do.
You're building up CO2 without a helmet on? How?
Because Bethesda, okay? Don't question it. They know what they're doing.
Okay. To be the best interpretation possible, maybe it's talking about CO2 in the blood levels? Because you're not getting as much oxygen as you need, like you've exerted so much, you're panting and breathing, trying to get oxygen back in.
Yeah, but you're not going to start taking damage if you run for, like, a minute in real life.
It doesn't matter how shape you are.
My character is not out of shape, let's put it that way. That's the only factor that should matter at this point, actually.
Even smugglers might take a shot.
But yeah, I find it odd that if they didn't want to just go super sci-fi with it, that they didn't just give it like a hologram that sits like slightly above the mag, like it's being projected, and it looks exactly the same, but instead of black letters, you could tell it's clearly being like emitted from a holo emitter, and it's like orange or something, or blue. They could have just done that.
I wouldn't do blue because you don't want high intensity light. You want high wavelengths of light. So orange would be really good though.
Yeah. Which is what I was originally thinking, was something like orange or yellow.
One thing I'm going to say really quickly too, I just saw an enemy hop over the barrier here. I like that. That is another genuine improvement for Bethesda. It's strange that they have some improvements in some places, and then like combat just still feels bad. You know?
Yeah.
All you.
Yeah, combat has never been Bethesda's strong suit, and I don't think they'll ever make good combat in any of their games. Which then begs the question, why buy their games? Because you're definitely not buying it for the RPG mechanics, because those are fucking dog shit.
$5 from a swarm of angry deathclaws. Thank you. You thought you could escape us in Starfield, huh? We're hungry, Cree, and we ain't those Fallout 4 babies neither. We're getting closer every second. Oh no.
What is Bethesda's strong suit anyway? I guess just making large open worlds you can walk around in. Not even content-filled worlds, just open worlds you can walk around in.
Bethesda's strong suit is lying and building up hype.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. That is probably their strong suit, because that seems what they seem to do with all of their fucking games now, is they just lie.
Now I picked up a weapon that... Ooh, that does look like a sniper. What do you think of this weapon design?
Oh yeah, we saw this in the direct.
This one?
Again, I don't hate it. I don't like the wooden buttstock, honestly.
I actually don't mind that part. I don't know why. I like wood designs on guns.
I don't like it for the same reason. It's the buttstock itself. I don't like the Mauser Kar98K's buttstock. And the reason is because they rounded the top of the buttstock. Not up near close to the gun, but at the very back, where your shoulder would be pressing into this weapon, the top of it is rounded.
Yeah, that is
not normally an issue if you're firing while standing or crouching. If you go prone with it, though, which I don't know if you can go prone in Starfield or not, but in the real world, you'd be able to go prone. So if you go prone with it and you try to fire it and the weapon kicks, because it's rounded, instead of actually staying still in the arm, it's going to try to kick down. And, oh, God. Kar98K, when it kicks, it does not feel pleasant. why they rounded it. I remember they said there was some reason they rounded it, but it was a stupid idea. It was a very, very dumb idea, because firing a Carnade AK while prone is genuinely annoying. Or painful, depending on if you didn't get it set correctly.
Sure, just keep grabbing everything.
Why does the rail on the front sit so high, yet the... Oh no, I guess the sight is attached to the rail. It's a very high-sitting rail for that, though.
Yeah, the rail should be much shallower.
I'm going to say something else, and this is going to be a very obvious one. I hate how headshots don't kill. I know it's an RPG. I know damage is based off of your, like, skill points or whatever. That's should maybe be handled a different way. I think if you're playing a game with a sniper rifle, if you get a headshot, regardless of the type of game, that should be a fucking one-hit kill.
I think it should either be a one-hit kill, or it should do enough damage that it almost kills the target.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, the gun, it's got some issues, but it's alright. I don't hate it.
I kind of like it, but that's because I'm gun illiterate. The fuck is a tamer? What? Hold on.
Can you tame animals in this game?
Probably not. It's just probably like a badass name for... Oh, you know what? This might actually be like a grenade launcher. 40mm XPL.
Oh yeah, that's grenade launcher. Yeah, 40mm XPL, I assume explosive. That's their shorthand for it.
Okay, again, as someone who isn't a gun guy, I kind of like this design.
Yeah, I vibe with it.
I do not, but it's because I'm trying to figure out what is... Wait. Is this a lever action grenade launcher?
Wait,
yeah,
is
it's
it?
4. Yeah, it's 4 in that tube. So you have 4 grenades in that tube.
Oh, it is!
A lever action grenade launcher. Hold on.
Man, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of fuck with it, but at the same time, it's also kind of like...
I do not like the stock of it.
The stock is a little weird.
It's an interesting concept, though.
That's decent light. Let's check this out. Wait, that's not lever action, though. It didn't action the lever.
It did, but it moved the whole thing. Hold on, let's see if third first.
Oh yeah, it did.
I don't know why the back cover needs to open. Because it seems like it's big enough that you could have the entire mechanism internal. So you'd have the elevator to bring the new round up into the tube.
Yeah, but doesn't it have to eject the casing?
Well, it doesn't look like it's ejecting anything, so I assume it's just trying to act like a foop round. Actually, that is a good point. What are these grenades? Because why? So it looks like you're firing the entire grenade.
Maybe.
Oh my god, did they...
casing, which should come out, which is why I can see why you're opening the top. But there's no casing.
That would improve
Oh
if you saw like a smoking casing of the grenade. I don't know, canister?
Yes. Canister works.
That's what I was assuming it was for, but you're right, nothing comes out of the top, so what's the point?
Yeah, I get... That was the thing, is like, if nothing's coming out, why do you have that? And then it's like, wait a minute, nothing's coming out. Where's the canister that holds the grenade?
Cute. Real cute.
Just caseless. Oh my god. I hope they don't say 40mm or caseless.
I still don't hate the gun overall. I do like it. It would be improved by having the canister pop out. Like a shotgun shell.
Here at Aperture, we fire the whole bullet.
What do you say? It was like, that's 63% more bullet per bullet?
Yeah, something like that.
Also, I don't like how you don't have a flashlight if you don't have your helmet on. You need to keep your helmet on. But then again, I guess there's no real reason to take it off, considering, like, you still get CO2. Where's my cutter?
God, I was gonna say something earlier and I forgot what it was now. Oh, right. Shit. It was there and then it was gone again. It was something that I showed Kree the other day, or me and Kree saw. And I don't think Setch saw it, and I was gonna get his response to it, but I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it had to do with Starfield?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was something we were talking about, Kree, and like we had like a reaction to it. I'm trying to remember what it was. Was it even about Starfield? Maybe it wasn't about Starfield. Maybe it was something else.
Well, anyways, at this, I'm curious why they would do a lever action grenade launcher when. Oh, there you go. You found another item.
At least it is in a cave, but still.
Yeah.
Like, this is just open and there's a bunch of floating bullshit here. You telling me no one, like, saw this before? It was like, you know what? That's a little weird. Like, I just killed a fucking gangster 20 feet away. Like, no one was like, huh, that's weird.
Maybe they were in the process of getting it out and you got here before they finished?
Maybe.
That's the only thing I could think of. Oh boy, more spacetism.
That's gonna say. So, when it pulls back like that,
let's get going.
And all the stars are aligning and stuff, it looks like the universe itself is forming into like a machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what's going to be the big reveal
Is all that
here?
junk really necessary?
Junk, they're
I don't know.
literally building resources, you cowboy cunt.
I've heard the ending to this game is fucking stupid, so...
Oh, fucking color me surprised.
Yeah, exactly. Color me surprised, but I'm curious, like, what exactly it is.
The ending is going to be that the entire universe is just a taint of some horrible alien creature. It's like infinitely bigger than we can comprehend. You know, I say that as a shitpost, but that's probably actually better than what Bethesda wrote.
Probably.
Can I mine for healing?
Oh my god, what if the ending really is just them, like, confirming that all of the world, or all of their games take place in the same universe?
I'll be very mad if they did.
Oh my god, I would not be surprised if they fucking did that, though.
One of the worst things Bethesda could do, completely irredeemable, unforgivable, is finally give any kind of credence to Elder Scrolls and Fallout take place in the same universe. That's the stupidest shit ever. Now, to anyone who actually believes that theory, you're wrong. Shut up. $10 from Jimmy the Russell. Thank you. To my favorite horsies, snakies, and featheries. A lot of people substitute furry for feathery, so I'm not a furry, not a feathery. Are there space games you do like? Mine's Space Engineers. I'm wondering if Steam Workshop will make some Armored Core scripts and blueprints. There's other sci-fi games I've played that I like.
I like Freelancer. I like Discovery. All those are old games though, but they're a lot of fun. Wing Commander was a great series. Goofy Story actually had some great live action stuff where Mark Hamill actually starred in them, which was fantastic. If you want to see him get thrashed by a lion dude, it's funny.
It sounds like it was before he went crazy too.
Yep. Those are good. I like Elite Dangerous from time to time. It's one of those games I can just kind of get into for a bit. Let's see. Well, I was thinking of space games. Dead Space, while it's set in space, is more of a horror game,
If one
you
day
know?
some explorer's gonna find alien writing.
So I was thinking of space games. I used to really like this one space game. It's long dead now. Though they're trying to bring it back, which is called Face of Mankind. It was a fun game where the players made everything, right? The developers made like planets and things like that, but the players made the alliances. They ran the corporations. They acted as the police force and everything like that. It was genuinely a very interesting concept, but it had there were issues. There's a guy called something the Wiz, I think, who did a video on what happened or what went wrong with Face of Mankind. And highly recommend checking it out. It is genuinely a cool thing. I was part of the mining guild. We owned a couple planets. I got in a couple dust-ups with some other factions. Might be Scott the Waz. I remember his avatar is literally a stick figure with, I believe, his face looking all like smug and silly, and it's wearing a wizard wig and a hat, and he says like, "I'm living up to my promises right now and standing on your fridge." You know, and he just does funny things like that to start his videos.
Sometimes they're friendly, or close to it.
Let me, I can go look up what it is. Probably, maybe Wicked Wiz. That sounds more accurate.
I don't even remember the name of that, Oh, right, it's a tamer. Space games that I like. See, there's not too many I've played where you actually fly a ship through space. I have to fall back on stuff like Knights of the Old Republic or, Dead Space and stuff like that. Honestly, it's kind of hard off the top of my head to think of space games I was like super into. FTL, yes, FTL is a good one. Hey Cree, favorite Nintendo game? That's a hard choice too. I like much of the Pokemon series. I like a bunch of the Mario games I've played. I like Pikmin 1, the only one I played in the series. Yeah, I don't know. I liked Splatoon 2. Was meaning to get 3 and never got around to it.
I think that's far enough. Hate to put a hole in the head of Akila's own prodigal son. Least not before we've had a word.
You must be Shaw.
What I am is disappointed. Samco in the flesh, and he's peddling around the frontier with the has-beens of Constellation. Now you got past my crew, who I pay quite handsomely, I might add. Grabbed something from that weird cave. Probably whatever's been keeping the Ashta away. So, I'm down one hideout. Now, let's talk about what all that's worth to me. Your lives, your credits. One or the other, really. Kill them!
Oh boy. Oh no, I think TKS Mantis is he's too far gone.
What?
Apparently he's blocking and banning people who criticize the game.
I need to see proof of that.
I was gonna say,
Here.
can you confirm that?
I will send you the screen cap that I saw.
Okay, and I mean, and then we gotta know, like, what is the person blocking? Because what if the person he's blocking is telling him you're just a dick-writing shithead, you know?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Then it's like, okay, I understand that. That's fair.
Blocking people like that.
Yeah, it's like, that's fair.
Maybe. Maybe. He doesn't state that, but that could be. His thing directly says, I'll just read it. Been blocking and banning a lot of people on X and YouTube since Starfield was released. A lot of negativity floating out there. I don't care if you don't like the game, not my job to police that, but if you comment blind hate and nonsense, I have no time for it.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, that does not sound good. That sounds more like if you're disliking this game and you're talking about it in my Twitter threads or my YouTube comments, I'm gonna ban you.
Yeah, that does not sound good. Because again, what's your definition, TKS Mantis, of blind hate?
That's something, yeah, it's hard to judge based on that alone because a lot of people are going to have different views on what constitutes blind hate. We've seen a lot of people where, like, fuck, what was his name? Bad Company Sarge, where he did that video complaining about toxic fandom, and his proof amounted to, yeah, I'm really disappointed with what Bethesda's doing. I wish they would make better games. I don't think Mantis would go that far.
I'm gonna go to Twitter and see what he's responding to, if it's still there.
Until I see otherwise, I'm going to assume best faith for Mantis. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. Oh, apparently that's not his thing. Okay.
Gonna have to sell a bunch of crap when I get to this town. 10 out of 10 exploration? Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it? Hey, at least this planet actually has grass. And trees, and not just rocks.
Oh, okay, so this wasn't in response to anything. He just said that, and then people in the comments are just being like, saying like, well, that seems weird that you would just ban and block people for having a different opinion than you, and he's not responding to any of them. The only one he responded to was somebody who just said blind hate and nonsense, and as like a joke, and then he just did like the Arthur clenching his fist thing.
That seems like a meme response.
Yeah, that is a meme response, but
I'm not
everything else...
I'm not going to assume the worst in this.
Yeah.
I'd at least need, like, serious evidence of him, like, blocking someone who's like, yeah, I don't like this game. It seems pretty bad to me. If he's blocking people who are saying that, then yeah, that's kind of fucked. I don't think he is, though. I assume the kind of people he's blocking are going to be the people who were never going to give the game a chance. Like, especially when you come into the whole console war bullshit, like, the Xbox fanboys and the PlayStation fanboys have been going at each other crazy over this game. If you, like, talk about this game at all negatively or positively, one side or the other will fucking rally to you to fucking mock you for being a part of the other team, even if you're not a part of the other team. I was called a PlayStation shill fanboy such and such numerous times on Twitter before my account got banned, because I was saying, yeah, this game doesn't look that good. I'm seeing a lot of bad signs here. People are responding with these, like, lame-ass gifs of the crying angry Wojak in a Sony hat as like, oh yeah, that's the only reason you're saying this. It's like, I don't even own a fucking... Okay, the last PlayStation console I bought was a PlayStation 2, and that was like 5 or 6 years ago. Why'd you get banned? I suggested someone get some Canadian healthcare. Unironically. I'm not being like sly or coy about it or anything. I mean literally, hey, go Canadian healthcare yourself. That's not my cutter.
That can absolutely be your cutter. Bullets can cut through something with enough determination.
Are you training for something?
Here's another thing I'm going to say, and I don't know if the game has it and I just missed it or not. But when this is a big game about collecting resources to do stuff and shooting things, and you have a special tool to collect those resources, it should be on a hotkey by default. I don't mean like, hey, you could set XYZ to your hotkey. No, I mean you should be able to press like G and bring out your digging tool. You know?
And bring out your gravity digging tool. Bring out the gravity gun! It's surprising how many people don't realize that G brings out the gravity gun.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It makes sense that they would have that as a feature in Half-Life 2. Because it's like the signature weapon of the game.
Yeah. I will be right back in a moment. I need to go to the bathroom.
Alright, Bacon, he's gone. This is our chance to talk shit about him and talk about all our dirty secrets that he doesn't know.
Yeah, he definitely won't recheck the VOD ever, so...
I mean, to be fair, I've never rewatched a VOD of any of our streams. There's been bits and pieces I've seen, or that people will timecode, but I've never just sat down and been like, you know what, I'm gonna watch Stag 37 or whatever. You know?
I've done it like twice, and it was because I needed to review something. God, I don't know about banning people or anything, but my God, he is dick riding this game so hard. His entire timeline is just him being like, oh my God, this is the best game ever made. Easily my favorite Bethesda game. Oh my God, they actually have unique dialogue for you taking a sandwich. Oh my God, it's amazing.
I'm not going to comment on that either.
Ugh.
Right, that is a compass. It just doesn't say north, south, east, west. There's just one tick that's an arrow, so that I assume that's north. Okay, that wasn't super intuitive, but I got it now, I guess.
I wish I could remember what the hell I was going to say to Setch earlier. Like, I started to say it, and then I got interrupted, and I forgot what it was.
Ah, shit, that sucks. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Like, I was literally in the process of being like, oh, right, Setch, did you hear? And then I got interrupted, and I've completely forgotten what it was.
We got a big old sign.
Fuck.
Danger. If they open up the gate and go out there, it's on their own head.
I know it was something me and you reacted to, but I don't remember what it was.
It had to have been something we watched recently, then.
Yeah, it was either something we watched or something we heard about.
Was it the guy who did, the video... Or the guy who did the Fallout Tactics video who did that new one you showed me?
No.
Oh. I don't know, then.
Can hardly walk 2 steps without running into a bar.
Okay, this
I think it was
like
more of like
store. Laredo
a drama thing.
Firearms. So where's the force that supplies all the wood in this town?
So we had to clean up.
I'm fine if they
We can't be
explain it
that
as
bad,
being
can we?
shipped
Why don't we just
in.
close it down?
Every
not like
gun
it
gets a
much
full
use.
Laredo guarantee.
Yeah, they have
That's what I
enough
have in stock right
spacecraft in the game going to and from that it shouldn't be too big of an issue to just bring wood in.
Okay, I'm definitely keeping the grenade launcher because I do kind of like it. There's some issues with its design, but overall I do like it.
Yeah. It could use some tweaks, but other than that, I like it.
Yeah. And, see, that's the thing with this grenade launcher. This is the kind of thing where you would get those tweaks if the game was good enough to keep playing. Like, it's a small annoyance that you fix through a mod. But, I don't know, this game... It doesn't seem like it's even worth doing that, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't bother.
I'm gonna keep the lawgiver with the scope on it. I like sniper rifles. Oh god. Here's that cursed revolver from before. The chat edited a bunch during the Starfield Direct.
Oh god, did they at least change it so that it revolves now?
Well, let's find out. Hold on. Oh shit, this thing is worth 900 credits on its own to sell. Rattle 'em, boys. I'm gonna say that every time I see one of these. Hold on, I'm gonna sell a few more things then. Oh. I feel like this one's trying too hard.
Yeah, it's a little over-designed.
Yeah. Oh, shopkeeper ran out of
I need
credits.
someplace to
Okay,
put
hold on. Let's do a quick save.
through their paces.
All right.
It stays.
The what was it called? Lawgiver? No. No. There we go. Razorback. All right.
But you know,
Does it
stretch
pass the
trash
test?
will come back and
Oh, it did revolve.
Let them. A few beer bottles and graffiti is the least we do.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I wonder if you if you do the thing where you edit it, if you can do the thing where it fuses into it, and then does it still rotate or does it do something else?
I don't know. I don't know about that reload animation. I'm not gonna be able to reload it again. Bit of ammo. Okay.
I actually missed what the reload was. I was so focused on the other stuff.
I don't know. How's the melee combat feel in this game? Haven't engaged with it at all. Probably won't.
I need someplace to put the prototypes through their paces.
Did you reload the entire cylinder? Did you take the cylinder out and put a new one in?
Yes.
Or worse.
Okay.
Let them.
Well, that's pretty normal.
A
A lot of
few beer bottles
revolvers
and
do that.
graffiti is the least
A lot of old revolvers do that.
Miss Lance is the one.
Oh my god, his name is.
It is a lot faster too.
Just you can just miss.
If a character won't engage you in dialogue, they just have generic lines when you press on them. You can make them just start breathing like a fish. If you just spam the talk key.
You keep everything on the level and we'll get along great.
I think you'll find that let's get you set up.
Alright, I guess I can't sell my melee weapons to her. Oh, I can. She just doesn't have the credits for some of them. Alright. What else will you buy? Ammo. Oh, wait, that was buy... Oh, God. Hold on. We're running low on food. A swarm of a swarm of hungry death claws. That's too bad for you. I'm staying away from you.
I need someplace to put the prototypes through their paint.
No
I
death
think
claws
you'll find
welcome
that
here.
with pleasure.
She sounds so unenthused. Yeah, that's all.
But you know Stretch Trash will come back and Lloyd.
Actually, let's see what she has to buy. I am
service.
curious about
Yes,
that.
of course.
Does she have anything worth buying? Aside from the stuff I sold to her. Head Ranger. Ah. 25% increase in attack speed. Long barrel, recon scope, muzzle brake, penetrator rounds, hair trigger. Again, the bullet, the ammo type is built into the gun. That does seem pretty good for a sniper, though. I'm tempted to get that. The Prime. Elemental. Randomly deals corrosive radiation, poison, and incendiary damage. Creetosis, we bought the pre-order for this game. We're in your game and we're walking to the planet trying to find you right now. Keep that same energy, we're gorging on you. No. Stop! I hate this guns infused traits in the bullet bullshit. It's terrible. Stop
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I actually have
There
one of
it
these
is.
right now.
Have you shown chat that well, at least it didn't spin in the trailers. Does it spin now?
Yes.
Yes, it does revolve, and when you reload, you take the entire cylinder out and put a new cylinder in.
Okay. Still a stupid design, but at least it actually fucking revolves now.
Yeah.
Oh, you can sell from ship inventory too. That's actually really useful. I like that detail. I really do. Because you can carry all the shit you want to your ship and store it in your ship, and then eventually just sell directly from your ship inventory to merchants. That is super convenient rather than running back and forth.
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a really good Ultra Kill animation.
Go, white boy, go.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do the orange dance wrong. You scream, "Go, white boy, go!" And I'm so tired.
And graffiti is the least we owe them.
Has it gotten any better? Overall, not really. I still like the persuasion system. Combat feels very... I don't know.
Lacking.
Lacking, yeah. I was considering calling it flaccid, where, like, it doesn't feel, like, strong at all. It just feels like you take shots at enemies, and enemies take shots at you. It doesn't feel exciting at all. You like the persuasion system? No, I don't. I did just find a detail I like, where you can sell directly from your ship inventory to local merchants. That is genuinely good and convenient, and I have no problem with that. Because it's better than running back and forth to your ship to sell shit, you know? Is there any kind of, like, local map for the town? There doesn't seem to be. That I don't like. Because there should be a local map for the town you're in.
The maps are terrible in this.
Like, hold on. You You couldn't even, like, generate a texture for the area you're in, for, like, the map? Really?
I talked to my insurance and they said they don't cover that kind of damage. Is that true? No.
Oh, that looks like another gun store. Let's see what they have.
Outlaws, if you're looking for a weapon, I've got you covered.
Okay, see,
I'm
here's
sure I got
another
what you
thing I
need.
like. Here's a town with 2 different gun stores.
Maps and proc gen? No way. Well, you can have maps for these towns and stuff like that. You don't need to have them for the proc gen.
You can have them for the proc gen too, though. You could generate a map based on the area that's generated.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck is this thing? Okay. Old Earth shotgun. Oh. I actually don't mind that. And in fact, that's something I do kind of like about this game already, is that you have weapons. They're kind of like vintage weapons like this. I want to see. I hope this isn't the only gun in the game that's like that. Old Earth shotgun. Like, there should be a bunch of... Hmm?
It's an Ithaca. Or it looks like an Ithaca. Hold on a second.
But you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
it
I
would be
know what you
nice
mean.
if they have a bunch of different, like, relic weapons.
Well, they do. They have AKs.
Okay, good.
Some revolvers and some the 1911, as we joked about, which they
Yeah.
call a revolver.
For
Okay,
some
that
reason.
that is something I do genuinely like. Hopefully there's a bunch more than just those 3 or 4. But, like, it helps keep the variety of the weapon pool up. And you also have the whole thing of, yeah, there's a bunch of modern sci-fi weapons, but you're still using, like, regular ballistic guns. So it makes sense that AKs and, like, regular shotguns would still exist. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the future guns look terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some that just feel, like, way over-designed.
Them space guns are a gimmick, boy. You need to rely on the trusty old insert.
The trusty old 45. My 5
Yeah.
4.
Aquila's one of the oldest cities in the settled systems.
Somehow I don't think I'll be able to sell my
Thanks
armor
for choosing
parts, yeah.
Terra Brew. Certainly, please.
Chunk wine. No, thank you.
Wait, do we only have Cold War era guns? Because I would be annoyed by that if we didn't have, like, AK-74s and M16s and stuff. Then I'd be more annoyed.
Yeah, I don't know.
You need all...
I guess I'll have to go somewhere else to sell the rest of my shit. There doesn't seem to be that many vendors in town, regardless. Which, oh, here's a general store. Let's check this out.
Everyone needs supplies. I get all kinds in here. Take a gander.
Alright, sell.
Is the vendor gonna look at us at any point?
No. Why would he?
You know, I would consider that a neat detail if he was like watching a show or something.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there just looking at it, just like, meh. And he goes, yeah, just bring it up to the front. Don't try to walk out the door with it, otherwise you'll get zapped.
$5 from a swarm of hungry deathclaws. Thank you. The young ones want to play some Armored Core, but we'll be back again, Cree. You'll get in our bellies and your little companion, too. Alrighty.
Wow. Yeah, what? Someone in Rag's Discord actually got all achievements in Armored Core 6.
Oh, nice.
Take a look around.
And I told him,
It's a good
so,
bet I've got.
well, good
How about I
fucking
just
job, man.
show
Well
you?
done. It's like, I like that game, but I hate all the bosses in it. I don't feel like I overcame an obstacle. After I beat every one of the bosses, I felt like I was tired and I got lucky. And then the guy goes, I know, right? I am exhausted. I'm going to sleep. I'm like, yeah, you go rest.
Oh no, the French still exist in Starfield. Yeah, he's not watching a TV or anything, he's just kind of staring off into nothing. I guess he's watching this leather jacket. That is the most interesting thing I found in the game so far, so you know what? You do you, Emerson Shepard.
Like I said, I would give them a point if there's like a little TV there or something like that, like he was watching to pass the time.
Because that would make sense.
This is his favorite shop on the, I forget what this town is called.
Aquila.
Aquila. I am Store Hunter Shepard, and this is my favorite shop on Aquila.
I think I'm still feeling pretty bad, like, overall, like, sick. I think I'm gonna call it here and run down to the store and get some orange juice.
What's green? Ready for what comes next.
So,
Creetosis, I don't know if you know this, but running while encumbered will drain oxygen. Oh, so that's what I was missing.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a joke?
Why do we take the shit kid with us?
Sure.
Get her off my
Sweet
ship.
Yo, man, could always use a laugh.
Okay.
hey, why did you take the kid with?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I am baffled by it. I also don't know why there is this big, like, song and dance about getting these old maps from the dude when it's like, first of all, you only have one copy of the maps, even though this is your, like, family legacy type thing, so only one person can ever have the map. And if they, like, die with it in the vastness of space, it's just gone forever. If it's destroyed, it's gone forever. $5 from Light of the Twin Lamps. Thank you. I have profound night sweats. I see God Howard's face in my dreams. Despite sleeping in pajamas, I wake up naked, surrounded by Bethesda merchandise. That is horrifying. Anyways, yeah, this game... It sure is a video game.
Yeah.
And I think it's accurate to say that it absolutely is the most Bethesda game that has ever Bethesda gamed. God, I'm sick of listening to stupid kid. Find a place to drop her off or I'm throwing her out of the airlock. Alright, that's it for tonight, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Sorry for being kind of low energy today because apparently I'm coming down with something. Yeah, have a good night, everyone. I'll probably be back tomorrow with streaming something. I don't know if it'll be this or not. Hopefully not. It depends. I don't know. Have a good night.